money, that nigga on flex.
Yeah.
If I ain't fuck, I ain't doing no texting. No, I ain't going if I ain't got no section. I was fucked up looking for blessings in a recession. Nigga was stressing. I came home, I had a suggestion. Go get the money and started finessing. Now I got stacks, I play with them racks. I go where I want and I buy what I want. This shit ain't no game, boy. You better go ask if a fuck nigga play. You gon' die if I want him. Yeah, what the fuck I got a front for?
Turn speakers down.
To your front door. I ain't never been a trick.
Don't wake the block.
Them motherfuckers right there, boy.
It's your boy Antoine, the source.
Man, this knowledge, man.
Boy, Flam, what's up?
Man, we got somebody special in the building, man. Like, this is my little bro I've been trying to get for years, man. We got what you heard at the beginning. What up, Bruce?
What up?
Yeah.
AR's
DJ
finest.
extraordinaire, ain't he?
Yeah, buddy. He probably got the state on the map. I think he been holding it down.
As somebody here who was a member of the Arklatex community, especially in college, man, I'm just glad to see Arkansas getting its flowers in the game, man. That was really one of the happiest things I done seen, honestly, is just seeing people that's untapped in untapped markets finally get some of that shine. Because it used to be like you had to go to Atlanta, Memphis, or Houston to pop. You know what I'm saying? Like, and so now just being able to see the internet reach other spots, other markets is dope as hell, man. But what up, Bruce?
What up, man?
Man, what's the deal, man? First of all, thank you for pulling up on us.
Ain't no issue at all. We've been talking about this for a minute.
Yeah, it's been a minute, man. You know, we pulled up, we tapped in with you this weekend. You know, for those who y'all been paying attention to the social media, we had the live show this weekend. And honestly, man, it was just good seeing people in the place just supporting, you know, black-owned brands and just seeing good vibes, good product too.
Yep,
you know, I want to give my
definitely.
flowers to One of One. I want to give my flower. I want to give their flowers to Nobody's Favorite.
Yep.
Then what was the I can't think of the other one because I got a shirt from them. But I just want to say, man, everybody just impressed the hell out of me, man. Y'all had a dope ass event, and I just want to say thank y'all for letting us pull up again, man. Flimarachi celebrated a birthday this weekend.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I'm saying? You know, he had surprise plans for, you know, when he pulled up Saturday.
Yeah, he was on a mission.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm here for a little while, but not
Man, I
a
had to
long
get
time.
up on out, man.
Hey,
Y'all trying to get nigga too drunk?
Man, it was too hot to get drunk, bro.
Man, it wasn't even the alcohol. That was the heat working on that liquor, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, I ain't gonna tell you, your tolerance cut in half if it's over 100 degrees, bro. You might think you could down that whole fifth, bro. You can't, bro. That's that shit that you got to think that shit baking in your goddamn stomach, bro. Like, real talk, I'm not built to drink like I used to. You know what I'm saying? So I just try to, you know, tap down, you know, a little bit.
My issue is, and this is when I be like, I gotta manage my outside. Like, we had started Thursday when we met up to talk about, you know, the event. And man, I went from Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Man, I stopped yesterday, probably about 2 or 3.
Over 35, you got to pick your spots. You know what I'm saying? I'm like Kawhi when it comes to this party and shit. You know what I'm saying? I need to rest my knees. You know what I'm saying? Every 2 weeks. You know what I'm saying? Like,
man, got to.
I'm on a pitch count. You feel me? Like, you know what I'm saying? Shit.
I was telling them, man, the crazy shit is, you know, my girl done did all this shit. You know what I'm saying? Nice president's suite. Room got a dining room in it with like a fireplace and all this crazy shit. This is a hotel, right?
Yeah.
So I don't remember half the shit that happened because I was so fucked up. So she was just like, you know, she asked me shit about the next day. You like it? Oh, yeah, it was great. I don't remember none of that shit. I don't know what the fuck we did in there.
Did you get your money's worth? It's all I want to know. Like, hey man, that just let me know love was in there. You feel me? Like, that was some real shit. So shout out to her for coming through with that real.
Man,
energy,
I probably went in there and just fell asleep. She probably ain't gonna tell me. Like,
nah,
nigga,
you would have known you fell asleep.
Nigga,
You would have known you fell asleep in that motherfucker. After all that, like, trust me, you wasn't gonna get out. You would have known. She would have woke your ass up. Get your punk ass. Like, could you imagine? You know,
spent all this money. You
spent all this
sleep.
money to set the vibes and everything like that.
I might have slept on the couch all the whole time, man. I don't even know. That's fucked up.
Hey man, on some real stuff, man. We got that boy Jay pulling up. He just getting here.
Cool.
Man, on some real talk, I wanted to pick your brain, man, because I've been conflicted, you know, on this thing called hip hop. I love it. Grew up on it. I just feel like it's missing the mark right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I want to ask you as the DJ, you know, what's the last big hit? Like, what do you think has been the last big hit? I'm not talking about no viral stuff that just went off the social. I'm talking about one of them ones where when you hear it,
You can't deny
you
it.
can't deny it. What's the last song, if you could think off the top of your head?
Top of my head, man, who's somebody just. I ain't gonna lie, but it's still a social media type thing. Little Baby Low Down. Just cause the whole vibe. Go to church in the Jewish community, instantly, everybody in the club, as soon as it drop, clapping hands. It doesn't even matter where I just came from.
Goddamn,
And remember, I was telling you, I was thinking the same thing. It had to be Baby. Like Baby is the new version Jeezy to me. He doing anthems.
Well, I'm gonna tell you why I don't feel like he conflicted now. So Baby is the worst part of his career that a trap or a street rapper could be in.
Why? Because he got to make commercial hits
You
now.
an elevator.
Yeah.
Like, that's where a boy get. That's where Jeezy got it.
But that's where the money
is. That's where T.I. got. And like,
I heard somebody trying to say that he was too commercial already. I was like, damn.
Remember that? Yeah, we did have that conversation.
but honestly, when you really was in that shit and you been dealing with the streets on and off for your life, you can't wait till somebody be like corporate me. You know what I'm saying?
That nigga did time, man. He done did time.
He did time. He been on and off papers.
Hey, bro,
like,
if you done did time, you can't never get too
Throw me an
commercial.
X. Throw me an X commercial.
y'all wonder why Meek went and was hanging around Mike Rubin and everything. I'm not about to be on no paperwork fucking with these niggas. You know what I'm saying? I'm good money.
Somebody
you know?
get me out.
Let me get away from the RICO cases.
When you got PTSD of feeling like you gonna get a book, you gonna get booked every time you go out with your niggas, bro. I guarantee you gonna rush to them corporate head boardrooms, and that's why when boys be like, "Man, that boy left the streets." What do you expect the platinum selling artist to be doing in his block? Just what do you want him to see him doing day to day?
Boy, he don't need to be on the block.
But that's the scary part of being a street quote unquote rapper, ain't it? You know, in your view, you know what I'm saying? Like, what's been the biggest? Because you worked with, Bankroll Freddie. And you worked with a lot of artists, and I just want to know your insight. Pick your brain on like what's the biggest misconception of like the rap game from your point of view.
I think with a street artist, their whole thing is a lot of them want to continue to prove a point, and it's pointless to prove a point that I'm the man. And a lot of people don't understand when I say that. Why is it pointless? Because I'm like, bro, at the end of the day, you get jammed up. What these niggas you was proving your point to it.
Yeah.
They at home with their girl. They at home with their kids. They still on the block.
Yeah.
They ain't there supporting you. They ain't gonna be the ones. Hey, bro, I ain't got no money. Put some money on my books. They might not even answer the phone for you.
You get one first day out wave. You get one in your career, maybe. And that's if you hot. Like, that's what I mean by first day out wave, meaning you can go to jail
Yeah.
for a little short book and boys waiting on you to drop, you know what I'm saying? You get the wave. You get one of those.
Yeah.
Boys be thinking they Gucci Mane. You know what I'm saying? Gucci Mane was getting
It's
booked
only
every
one
summer.
Gucci.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't do that. Like, but somebody who I really felt like deal with that, like somebody like Honeycomb Brazy. You know what I'm saying? Like, who's so far in the streets, his talent couldn't prevail. And unfortunately, when they look for authentic street rappers, it's hard to be an authentic street rapper with all the elements of being caught up. You know what I'm saying? Especially when you start getting money around you. So, do you think it's actually marketable to sign a street rapper unless they are just of a certain tier? You know what I'm saying?
I mean, it's end of the day, it's a mindset. I'm not gonna personally invest my time in a street rapper if I don't see that they understand the importance of change.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't get that. Like, why I gotta be different, bro? Because I can't keep selling this drill shit and you shooting up, and then everybody you wanna smoke weed, and I'm finna weigh up peas. You can't keep talking about
Too
that every
serious in
song.
your interviews. You know what I'm saying? Like ESTG, perfect example. You know, hard as hell. I just think
But
now,
he don't want to talk about aliens and whatever's going on.
You gotta
in the culture.
loosen yourself up sometimes. But I think sometimes the rappers take themselves too seriously. It's like you gotta understand what your audience looks like. Your audience don't look like you anymore once you get to a certain number of views on YouTube and everything like that. So just play into the game. We ain't gonna question your street credibility by saying I played football. I was good.
But
You know what I'm
let me ask you this: Do y'all think some of it is agenda based? Like, I mean, you've seen it in, hey, I want to really talk about this, but based off the deal you got, or based off the people that really your investors, they're like, nah, you need to keep pushing
Yes and no, because I know people that's quote unquote they got deals. And yeah, labels start putting a little money here and there, but once they ain't recouping their funds because you ain't made no hit, you
You in
can't
the
keep
red,
talking
man.
about this street shit.
They looking at you a little different. You know what I'm saying?
They want their money back. They didn't put this $200 in your pocket.
Like, on some real talk, I don't think people realize that. Like, when you get signed, you should know that right now. But when you get signed, that's a loan.
But you know what? But Antoine, I don't think. I'm gonna say this. I think as an investor, some of them are looking for the dumbest people they can pick out of the hood that got that one banger and they can capitalize on.
These people getting single deals and don't know it. Like, how you think people be getting signed off 1 or 2 songs? Because they know
so many artists shift right now that y'all don't even, if you really just sat back and look at it, like, man, why can I not think more? Is it Moray or whatever?
Moray?
He was just
Moray got shelved. He been shelved 2 years. He was just
talking about it on social media. He said he got all these new songs out. They won't let him put nothing out.
But they don't know what to do with him. He's somebody who, and first of all, shout out to my boy Jay, friend of the show. You know, he tapped in. Right. You know what I'm saying? So y'all hear the New Orleans. Right on time. You hear the New Orleans vernacular on there. You know what I'm saying? You know who it is. You feel me? Appreciate you pulling up.
No doubt.
But now, so we just sitting here building. You know, talking about the rap game. You know, he a rapper. You know, one of the first rappers I met that was consistent.
Yeah.
With elevating their product and actually like putting money into it. They not looking for, you know, the quick fix. So want to give your flowers for that. But now on some real talk, what you were saying, you know how it just, you get shelled because the artists, you got hot. You blew up so fast. Then they kind of find out what they can do with you once it kind of dies down.
Because there ain't no real artist development no more.
At all.
He's buzzing on social media. He got 20,000 views in this hour period. This. All right, let's get him and give him some money and go from there.
Man, hey, real talk, think of how long back in the day it used to be before art. You heard about them for about 6 to 8 months, if not a year, before they actually released music like The Game. I remember they blew up The Game, LAX and everything like that for about a year before we actually got some music from The Game.
But the way you got music was a little different back then.
Yeah, you did, but they also created the persona like, when he dropped, it wasn't just like your little homie that's been seen with you a couple months, you know.
Yeah, but you was able to do that though, because like nowadays, if somebody be like, I got this new dude, you can go find a nigga on YouTube just dropping some trash shit.
Because he already hot. He already dropped something yet.
Yeah, he done dropped some shit when he wasn't that good. You know, that shit out there, you know what I'm saying? You can see his whole career instantly just by Googling that nigga. Back in the day, they was talking about a nigga. You remember like Kanye West? They talked about Kanye West for forever. You didn't know who the nigga was.
Imagine if you would have been able to go find Kanye. Yeah. And real talk, we gonna ask somebody who dropped their own music. Is there certain stuff on there where like you was to bring somebody to your music? Is there certain product on YouTube right now that you wouldn't stand by as much or as your new product? Like would you want somebody to go and find all your work right now?
What you mean as far as what platform?
Like on YouTube, like because
like
we
sitting there
talking
quality,
because you know how your quality gets better over time.
Yeah.
But when somebody finds your name, they can go and look at everything and then draw a perception of you based off what you have out there now. But this before you got the real budget behind you and everything, so they try to sell you short sometimes based off of what you provided for yourself.
I mean, it's all in the quality you achieve to put out there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So as an artist, how you willing to spend your money? Like how you willing to look? How you willing to present yourself? You know what I'm saying? It's all it's the product. You are the product.
Yeah.
So I look at it like it's easy for someone to see your music other than like hear your music and they stay able to see what you're about. They can get a kind of a judgment of what you are. So for me, as when I'm looking into new music, that's big, bro, because it's like it's telling me where you putting your money. If you trying to sell me a look, or you trying to, you know, is your music really that good? Like how you present yourself? Yeah,
because a lot of dudes spend more money on props than sound.
Right.
Like they gonna put every car they know in there. You know what I'm saying?
Or jewelry. You know what I'm saying? It's like they're really trying to sell you on the look and the lifestyle and the music. You know, they can reel you in that way.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, social media, like, I don't know, I just kind of walked in on what y'all was talking about, but it sounds like social media and all that shit dictate how artists, like, needs to roll out everything really down to, like, if you think about the last big artist that you've probably heard of is come from TikTok. You know what I'm saying? It could be a song that's hot to me that I've heard somewhere else.
Mm-hmm.
And then when I present it to you, you'll be like, oh, I heard that on TikTok. And I'm a nigga that don't have TikTok.
So your view of the music is completely different now.
Right,
You know what I'm saying? It's a 15-second clip to them. To you vibing with it. So
Yeah.
you ain't as bought in. That's scary though.
Or
Like,
they'll label it a TikTok song.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like the Peasy song. Like
Yeah.
when I heard the song, I've been on Peasy for a while. But I go to present it to my brother who's he get all this new music from me. So I'm like, yo, check this out. The first thing he said, oh, that's a TikTok song. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like,
do you think it pays though? Because I feel like it hurts your image in a way if you trying to like get on as an artist and your song blew up on TikTok before, because then
No.
people gonna double back. You don't think it hurts?
So, all right, because I'm looking at it from a technology standpoint and from the old school version of getting exposed. Right now, because it's trending, like certain, if you got like a hot song, hey man, I want it on TikTok. So that little demographic steady making these videos with my song, and it's steady popping up on somebody, trending page. Cause then it's gonna translate to another social media aspect. Whether it's Instagram, Twitter, anything, it's exposure.
well, you get paid for that too.
Man, I just saw Billie Eilish jamming
Yeah.
Go Yayo on social media. Like, think of that.
Yeah,
You know
yeah.
what I'm saying?
All I
Like,
want is Yayo.
no, Go Yayo, the rapper.
the rapper.
From Fort
my
Worth.
bad.
Like, but you know, I read.
Oh man.
He locked up right now. He done.
But you know, I read about it. He been locked up like 2 years. You know what I'm saying? But a pop star jamming his music, you know what I'm saying? Open him up to a demographic that I don't even know anything about him. You know what I'm saying? So I get what you're saying with that. That's why I also feel like music don't have a reach. And I look at like music not having a reach. That's why it's kind of like waters down the cultures. I mean,
Yeah.
music having so much reach has
It
watered down the culture.
as far as. Go
I
ahead.
mean, but
No.
oh yeah, go ahead, bro.
No, what I was gonna say is because I was going with that, and I was thinking in my mind, like, I was telling you about how the sound to me of what people are catching waves and vibes. Like you go out like to these shows and these concerts and venues, they want to vibe, like they want to be up tempo, down tempo. So sometimes I think your range as a hip hop artist can go so far until you have to cross over a little bit. Now you have like commercial, yeah. I mean, but you have to.
I'm talking more like on the culture aspect. You know what I'm saying? Like regional sound and regional vibes was a thing. Like
Yeah.
and
you can't take a New York
still is,
rapper
though.
and yell
It still
he
is.
got a Houston sound or a Texas sound.
But the thing is, like, you know why when perfect example. I forgot the name of the damn song. It's a song of Gucci Mane's that's hot as hell in the Bay. It's an old Gucci Mane song. And it got no play in Atlanta, but because
Was it Lemonade?
Yeah.
I
I think I know what you're talking about. I can't.
It's
It's
it's an album cut, like an old album cut, man. Like, I'm gonna find it before. But I found out that song, like, if you go to the song on YouTube, you're gonna hear everybody like in the comments, "Bay, this Bay classic." I never heard the song in a Southern club. But the thing that shows you that I don't care about the artist. Like back in the day, it's like, cause this is old Gucci. The artist, the sound used to be more powerful than the artist is when it comes to like capturing the market or capturing the sound of a culture. The reason I say that is like, look at Memphis. Memphis sound, when you heard it, you knew it. You get what I'm saying?
yeah.
Like, or even in New Orleans, like back in the sound, you heard that bop in the New Orleans
You
sound.
don't feel like it. You don't feel like it's still kind of like
Well,
that.
now you got somebody who will go from Milwaukee
It
that'll
depend-
go and sample some of y'all stuff because I didn't found y'all music on YouTube.
But
get
you
what I'm
know
saying?
they not from New Orleans.
I know they not from there.
But when you hear it, you know it's not New Orleans.
But I
though.
know that. But unfortunately, the person that's making the music in the city of New Orleans that's
Yeah.
surrounded by the sound might get passed up because somebody
It's
was able to
big,
get to it
yeah.
first.
Yep.
Well, let me give you a different opinion on that.
Okay.
As far as this, the only point that I got against it is what you're saying is that music is still regional, right? Because you got an artist like Larry June.
Yeah.
You got an artist like Blast that's selling out of L.A., that San Francisco market. Then you got an artist like Sauce Walker coming from Houston.
Mm-hmm.
You got I'm naming all music that's coming from different markets that sound like that market. Now you got artists like Babyface Ray in Detroit. Now keep in mind, we hear a lot of people steal this sound but we know that's not where it comes from.
Yeah, we know
it's a rendition of it, or it's the vibe, it's the wave, like you say, But we know where that originates, and we know who corners that market. You know what I'm saying? So when you go to looking for somebody that's popping in Detroit rap right now, you know where you gonna go look who's the hottest nigga. Same as in the Bay right now. That's why I say Larry June.
Yeah.
Same as Houston. Is you still got the market, you still got the sounds, and they're still capitalizing, and they're still selling in these other markets. But it's just you got the masses is what's copying these different sounds, beats, and shit like that.
The game is just picking its regions it want to highlight at a time, and so
Yeah,
everybody
yeah.
gonna be on it. Like, and the song I was talking about was Big Cat LaFleur. Like basically this some old Gucci, and it's like it's an album cut, but cause of sonically how it
I know what you're
sounded,
talking about now.
When that shit come on out there, that shit go. That shit crazy.
Stupid. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah,
And like that just shows me like the power of of a region, because I'm looking at it like culturally, like how things get reinvented. We was talking about the Burna Boy situation where he got on I think it was Jimmy Fallon, and was talking about
African walk
the
or
African
whatever.
walk. It's a dance.
Yeah.
But if you look at it, it's just the part of the Memphis juking.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And he rebranded this the African walk because
But I mean, in Memphis, that's still
it's still
it's still they
juking,
shit.
but it's like you can't just. He completely tried to jock culture.
If he was to he introducing it to a market that knows nothing about juking.
Right.
So they might see Duke Deuce doing his thing in a
And
couple
think he
months
African
and
walking.
think, oh man, he got it from
He
Burna
biting on
Boy.
buddy.
It was like, bro,
No,
I didn't see him out of breath going 13 minutes straight juking across the whole room, and y'all gonna sit there and tell me this dude that took a 30-second clip of the dance and gave it to Jimmy Fallon, and now this the African walk?
But that's why you gotta do your research.
Who does research?
But you gotta
on
look at
these
it.
Everybody doing research.
Yeah,
No.
but like what I was
with
trying.
YouTube and all that shit.
No.
Everybody got some type of deep dive.
yeah, but
What you think?
yes and no.
I was just like that shit been happening. It's not like this shit
Yeah.
just happened. Like
The,
niggas always been jogging
that
nigga
shit.
style. Yeah.
They kept saying who made that shit up. John Cena.
can't-
Matter of fact,
Tony,
hold on.
Tony,
I got another one. The Dougie. Like you
yeah,
gotta
yeah.
look at it.
Yeah.
Dallas Dougie, and then you had to teach me how to do
I hate
shit
how they
from,
did Lil
from
Will.
Cali.
I came
So it's like that was a whole nother thing. Like no, that shit came from
I
Dallas.
came across Lil Will Instagram about 2 months ago. It's a sad case, bro, because at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, I know he ain't. I think
Ain't
of
that
all
cool.
the stuff we done seen the Dougie imparted on. Like and unfortunately, he ain't gonna get none of them damn.
Hey,
But
man.
they stole it. They stole it from Dougie Fresh.
And he's still living in
They
kicking.
stole it from Dougie
Yeah,
Fresh.
that's
So
true.
that's what I'm saying. So really, like at the end of the day, it kind of ties back to Flim thing. Like it's nothing new under the sun. Like we was talking about how
What's the white boy? You said his name earlier. He stole dang, what dance we was talking about earlier?
I don't even fucking remember, bro.
You
Damn.
talking about Burner?
Now we was on the subject of Burner, but we was talking about the white boy that stole the dance in the 80s.
You said when
It was juking, I think.
Oh, we were talking about we was talking about MC Hammer. MC
Yeah,
Hammer,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Hammer, he called the Get Book.
But and see that was
He like nigga, that's a
Hey.
gangster wall, bro.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
on some real talk, boys was really finessing the hell out of these dance because you got to think when you on tour, you getting full access to the
Yeah.
country that other people ain't. So you go out.
And then there was a time when there was no social media.
It wasn't no social media, so I would put this in
I'ma
my
steal it.
video.
This mine.
This my shit now. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Hey, niggas probably was stealing niggas' whole albums. Like niggas was sending demos and then nigga hearing that shit on the
hell
radio.
yeah, because who you gonna
Time
prove?
out. They
How you gonna prove
They
it?
go to the mixtape culture and how DJ Clue got crazy back in the Gap because he had that machine. Like they recording in the studio and he dubbing the junk, throwing on his mixtape, and the artist like, how this nigga got this unreleased version of my shit on his mixtape first.
It used to be a dirty game on that mixtape shit.
Oh,
I don't think
shit.
boys realize how street how street the mixtape game got. What I
What?
mean by that is boys was really getting their ass dropped and
Yes.
damn near killed over bootlegging, bro.
Shit, drama went to the fans.
Like trying to get them over.
It was worse than the feds. You gotta look at it like he said, people really pulling up because I watched the documentary. It was a Hulu or I think it's Hulu or Netflix, one or two, talking about the mixtape culture. They were talking about how Biggie came in the club looking for one DJ. He had a little 22 on him, finna
That
kill
thing-
him in the club.
Jay stabbed the old boy for leaking his shit. What they
That's
allegedly.
Allegedly.
Somebody came out of there stabbed up. because something got
Well, dude said he said Jay ain't do it. So I mean,
would he pay to say Jay ain't do it today?
Oh,
Yeah.
He really would pay to
And you
say
know what?
Jay
And you know,
ain't do
at the time, bootlegging was a high commodity because I just saw Tip was talking about when the face changed over and they didn't know what to do with him. But they had a whole storage of promotional song. He said, "I'm serious." He talked about how he had a whole promotional, like a whole garage or a storage room full of promotional "I'm serious." He went back when they dropped them and took all them CDs, scratched them, started selling them, just started selling them all the places. And he said part of it, he was like, "Hey man, I'm gonna charge you whatever, right? But I'm gonna let you listen to whatever song. If you don't like, I'll give you money back." He said when they got to like track 3, they like, "Nah, I'm fucking with it."
On some real talk,
Yep,
I
I'm fucking with
mean,
it.
that was really down.
And that's truth be told, because I didn't 24s was like an annoying song or Tip, but the trap music was the album that I was like, oh. But
24 was
then
the one he needed to introduce him to the BET crowd.
Right,
You get
right.
what I'm saying?
And
Like,
then I went back and heard
and
I'm
so
serious.
like, you know, Still Ain't Forgave Myself and, you know, all that. Them were the ones that niggas was riding around to. I remember when I first saw Tip, because I used to go to Atlanta in the summer. I remember when I first saw Tip on BET. And I'm like, you know, in Atlanta back in the day, you would see a nigga about a year before he blew up on like on BET. Like, damn, that's that nigga that, you know what I'm saying? Like, so I remember when Drake. I remember seeing this is the power of hype. I'll never forget. I was in a Grasshopper in Houston. It's probably like 2010, 2009, and Drake had a like a forest green, what do they call them shits? Cardigan. He got up there, and you know, I remember Jazz was like, "Man, I got my boy, Toronto's finest, He got up there and just spit an acapella. Whole crowd just turned their back, like, just, you know, we don't give a fuck what's going on. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Who is he?
like, who is this nigga? You know what I'm saying? 10 months later,
Crazy.
Warehouse Music, boys rapping this shit word for word. He had music on the internet at this time. But if we couldn't put a face to your product, you were a nobody. So you had to then retroactively go and find the music that was out before he started freestyling to say, oh, he was hot. But because that's why it's so hard to break an artist. Because honestly, you better capture their attention fast as hell when you're trying to break an artist. Because a rapper, unfortunately, like you can see somebody get open for an artist and nobody paying attention to that person.
Then give them 6 months to a year.
Give them 6 months and just market the same song that they probably performed as a third song while they was on stage.
Crazy.
And it's blowing up everywhere. Because now it's packaged different. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I remember seeing Sierra sing My Goodies in Memphis one time. I'm like, who is this ugly ass bitch on stage, man?
Bro, she was 17, bro.
Man,
Come on, dog.
for real, but I'm in the motherfucking club. I don't know who this is. I'm in the club with grown folk. She on stage, you know what I'm saying? She doing her thing. You're like, who is this ugly motherfucker? Cause she had her skin was bad.
She ain't had
you
it
know,
budget.
you know what I'm
She ain't
saying?
had it
Yeah,
budget.
yeah.
The budget wasn't
But she could
there.
dance though, you know what I'm saying? She was dancing her ass off.
dancing.
And then come back, My Good is playing. She pretty in the bit. Like, damn, what's gonna happen?
Like,
Who got
But
a hold of her?
They go back to the investment situation. They saw it. They put their bag behind it. Went through the roof.
I mean, Destiny's Child got a song with Lil O. The first song they ever did was,
Hey, man.
was with Lil O.
Y'all want to hear some motherfucking shit?
What?
I remember seeing the Yin Yang twins play in my hometown at a basketball game. You know, these niggas like something's wrong with these
Yeah.
guys. Well, so we see them play, you know what I'm saying? And we clowning these niggas like, what the fuck
Hey,
is
that
that?
ain't-
You know what I'm
That ain't
saying?
the worst thing. We got them embarrassed on TMZ, man. We got these niggas drunk, man. You know they got some type of disability, right? So they perform.
Only one of them.
Well,
Like, you can't put it on.
Nah,
and-
both of them
and
got
they-
disability.
they-
Both of them.
listen,
Both
so
of
listen,
them got disability.
they performing. They performing.
That's why they
in
the
the
Yin
rock.
Yang twins, bro.
We in the back getting them.
He ain't lying. That's what they say.
Oh, boy.
They pass out, dude.
That's what they
Yeah,
said.
yeah,
in
that's
the
what they
interview.
say,
That's what
yeah.
they said.
Yeah.
I swear to God.
Like something wrong, one on foot and one on the other hand or
Yeah,
some shit
I
like
saw
that,
'em.
bro.
They probably met in the
That's what they
disability
said.
office.
Yes, that's what they did. They met like in resource or some shit, bro.
Chill out, bro.
They was
Hey,
getting,
hey,
they
and
was
that-
getting a check together
to me,
before
man.
getting a check.
Hey, and I mean, we may have time,
Hey,
but
man,
I
but-
do want to touch
Yeah,
on.
but we shouldn't like like counterfeit they culture to society because motherfuckers is still doing the shit that them motherfuckers made up. The word twerking didn't come into existence until these niggas came around. You know what I'm saying? And bitches is still twerking to this day.
That's not
you know
right.
what I'm saying? What?
You know where
Did
that word
did
come
you?
from.
So that came from New Orleans.
Yeah, but I'm just saying though, you didn't. That wasn't like a household word to motherfuckers.
Nah, I
No,
didn't.
New Orleans,
Hold on,
it
which
was.
one? Twerk something, twerk something.
Not
twerk
just,
something.
you just saying
Way
just the
before
word.
Twerking the word, how it's used, that
It came from the
that.
culture of New Orleans because
Yeah.
the bounce
I
music.
ain't gonna, on some real talk, bro. I'm
It
telling
really came from some murder and shit, though. But, you know.
he about to give us the whole.
He gonna give us the
Give us
dog,
all.
the
I mean,
story,
basically when
the
nigga
dog
get shot,
story
he
behind
start shaking
twerking.
Nah, I mean, it's like, you know. It's
Imagine that shit, bro.
That's a dark story behind twerking, bro.
Nah, it really is.
We gotta hear it.
We gotta hear it now. What
I
is the
mean,
dark
it's like, you know, yeah, if you hear like some of the first BG shit, like, you know, niggas just, you know, you get a gun, it's like working. Like, you gonna twerk it. Like,
with
you know,
something. Yeah.
So it's like,
I
yeah,
do
like,
remember
you
hearing
know,
him say that.
like
Yeah,
how you,
yeah.
like how you shoot your gun, how you handle your gun. Like, it's some, you know,
Yeah.
street shit.
You know, okay, got some vibration to it.
Yeah.
You get it? I get it. You ain't say
And
that.
then, like, you know, some of the early bounce was like gangster bounce type shit, like Juvenile and shit. So when they saying twerk something, nigga, they telling niggas like twerk something, like, you know.
Yeah.
And then when they started, then it started getting to the
ladies,
females,
so
and
they
then
made it their own thing.
some of the gays started, you know, they
basically
started
twerk
shaking ass. And
went
then,
commercial.
yeah,
Yeah,
basically,
exactly.
yeah.
Hey, man, I want to ask y'all. I do want to ask y'all this question about. Do y'all ever question the level of intellect of some of these artists that come out,
Definitely.
and that they blow? No,
yeah.
hold on. Not that they come out. The ones that they just blow up to the put them in your face.
All day.
And the reason why I said Sexy Red just came out and said that, you know, that she was in special education. You know what I'm saying?
It get even worse. You know, somebody just tagged her other day talking about some.
He want that STD. Cause she came by the same.
And she came back and said, "It's gone." And I'm like, wait. And it got worse because she just did the interview talking about she the raw dog queen.
Yeah, the raw
dog. So
dog.
I'm like,
Bro,
baby, this don't make you look good to
I'm
me.
gonna tell you this, dog. I'm gonna tell you this. And I honestly, man, I think anybody coming out now, like a lot of people coming out making a mockery of like the culture. And what I mean by that is like they kind of trying to elevate. They like it's a bunch of goddamn old dirty bastards without the natural appeal of an old dirty bastard. Meaning like old dirty bastard was unlike anybody else. You know what I'm saying? But he had his aura.
Yeah.
Now people just try to replicate his move as far as like, I'm going to give you shock value. Then you be like, who the fuck is this?
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm going to give you the music.
Mm.
And then you going to gravitate to my online persona. And now I got 13 million followers. And so everything I do is viral now. And so you're going to start seeing me on stage with Travis Scott. Because that's what Sexy Red, like literally Sexy Red replaced Glorilla. And just put more umph on it. You get what I'm saying? Like, Glorilla tried to polish herself. Sexy Red went the other way. She was like, you know what? We gonna
go
stay
ratchet.
riding around on them cars. You get what I'm saying? Like, y'all trying to get on jets. Now fuck
I'm
this.
still
you
at
know?
this. I'm still at the red light.
I'm still at the red light. You know what I'm saying? Like, so
I didn't even think she was serious. I thought that was a joke when she came out. I said,
But
I thought it was
crazy
you couldn't
thing
tell me it
about
was a
it,
real
yeah.
song.
Yeah.
Everything that she didn't drop is going in the club.
Yeah.
Oh man,
She has not missed
She,
shit.
hey,
I ain't never heard nothing but the one song.
She
man.
done, she done made
She
the
took it to
AKA
Pound Town. She the ski.
Ski.
Shit. She
They
talking about
only
SRT
selling
and
what you consuming.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I mean, as long as people continue to consume it, the numbers show that that's what we like. That's what we sit around and talk about. They gonna keep selling it to us.
And what's crazy is we can't. So our demographic is not who the numbers are getting juiced off of.
No.
Like my little brothers sit around and listen and look at YouTube videos all day, or they listen to the same songs on loop all day. So that's the numbers that's gonna drive the conversations in those boardrooms.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they don't care about this person. Like, gotta think. Killer Mike did this amazingly produced album that he spent damn near $1 million producing.
This summer, right?
But we don't listen to music enough to drive his streams up. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I listen to music when I'm in the car. You get what I'm saying? Like,
Killer Mike got one listen.
yeah.
Out of me.
Like, but you gotta think.
Just being honest.
If you not gonna sit there, you gotta think when Young Boy jump, We gonna listen to.
30 days straight. The 30 days
Let me
straight.
get it back. 30 days
Run it
straight.
back.
You know what I'm saying? Because you got to think, bro. They trying to decipher everything, every slug he threw in there. Who is this? Oh, he shot on song number 6 at the minute mark when he shot it out so and so and so and so. That was because of so and so. It's a story. They try to find the story, so they gonna decipher everything. So he done got 100,000 goddamn streams within one zip code in a week. You get what I'm saying? Because everybody in there at the same type of time. That's why it don't pay damn near to not have a story attached or beef attached to your music in the eyes of a lot of these record labels.
Yo.
Wait, what?
It don't pay.
He's saying beef sales.
Beef sales.
I mean, yeah, it sell, but you got to look at it. It can go both ways too, because like
I'm not talking about for me. I'm talking about strictly for the boardroom.
Yeah, for the boardroom. Because like, look at the perfect example, right? Sean Cotton.
Yeah.
He invested in Ride 49. That shit took off.
Yeah.
He also invested in another little I don't really know dude's name, but he invested in another artist from New Orleans too at the exact same time. Bailed the nigga out on a murder charge, and he went back to jail.
And you don't think? And to me, when I was going back earlier about them people agendas that's pushing the agenda that's behind these artists. You just said that.
I was the one that said yeah. As soon as you said it, I said yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You don't think he bailed him out? You know what I'm saying? This young man, he was like, heck yeah, I need to get out of jail.
Then as soon as he would have went viral, he would have put so and so beat the murder charge. That's gonna be your introduction to him.
Yep.
It's like to say, he beat the murder charge. Now he's about to put a song
niggas
with
is
him.
talented. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
Niggas is talented, but it's like you said, like, damn, I forgot how you put it when you asked it, because I remember you just asked. Say it one more time.
I was like, do they
how they
follow their own? Do they have the autonomy to push their own music, or do they have to push the agenda that's paying them? If that makes sense, like. You know,
somebody as a label or the
platform.
I feel like they gonna already buy. I don't feel like it's an agenda. I feel like you already fit the mold.
Yeah.
You already fit the mold. You already live a lifestyle. We gonna push you into that.
Right.
So all we gonna do is feed you money, and basically,
hopefully
you know how
give
they
us
tell
a
you,
hit.
you know, you give it her. Yeah, not only that, but I mean, a lot of these people, they coming with their own drama, and people that, like you said, that's attached to the
they
name.
coming real broken.
But damn,
But they got a following, so the following sells.
Man, you got to think. Yeah, the following sells. Like think of Juice WRLD. His depression sold because he related to a lot of kids that were misplaced or had
knowledge. I'm sorry. You were saying the mind frame of the artist, the certain artists that they sign.
You talking about the level of intellect of these artists.
All right,
and
that's what you were saying.
Yeah.
I feel like so. Because they're investing, all right, it's like, it's a 50-50, but you looking at it like, from a perspective, it's like, okay, it's easier to get over, or it's easier to throw a cloak over the eyes.
Yeah.
You know, because I can
open,
blind you with money. You know, you coming out of poverty, you don't have, I know what you don't have. It's like, I can steer you in whatever way I want to.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? It's like, yeah, I totally agree with you when you said that. That's why it stuck with me when you said it.
No, and I think it's like, you was just bringing up Juice WRLD and see what they was pushing. It's like we steady damage what we want to lift up so much. 50 years of hip hop, but everybody that paid way, not the first 9 years, because I think like LL and them, they gonna be what, like, from memory wise, 20 years from now, ain't nobody gonna remember no LL in the first 9 years of hip hop. But like the Jay-Z's and Russell Simmons, they the ones, soon as they get it up to a fair market value where they want to, they sell it. And then you look at their level of assets, the smallest amount of their assets is always hip hop.
But think, because I'm gonna tell you why. When you start getting into a certain tax bracket, now it starts feeling like, is the drama worth it that comes with this platform?
Yeah.
Because you can't escape it.
It ain't even like a drama thing. I think at some point you're gonna get older. Hip hop is for like young people.
No,
you can't be 40 years old and still
the
talking
game.
about.
But you also want to remove your name from it. What I mean by that is sell your stake in the company. Like, it's
You're right.
one
You
thing
can't-
to
you
remove
can't keep
yourself
holding.
as title.
Yep.
Like, say, like, basically, I still own it, but I don't want to be dealing with it day to day. But like, it's certain people that I feel like I don't want to be associated with the artists that are signed to this label either, because if you go on Def Jam, like, say Jay is the president of Def
Even
Jam.
better example. You can take the YSL example. And what's the white boy that's got the big Ruben?
Michael Rubin.
Yeah. Same thing. Like, yeah, Mike dealing with YSL, but at the same time, do I really want to deal with 20 niggas facing a Rico right now?
On some real talk. So,
talk.
like, not Michael Rubin. What's the old boy?
I think that's his name.
No, Cone.
Leon Cone.
Leo Cone.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah,
Like,
it's one of the names. Yeah.
I remember when he was doing cause I remember when Thug was first doing his first like big national like media tour, and Leo Cone was there
Right
side
there
by
with him.
side. That was a big thing. You know what I'm saying? And so they saw the talent in Thug. It's just Thug tried to bring along people who honestly like I ain't got no real talent. You know what I'm saying? It's just I fuck with you.
Yeah.
And so, unfortunately, when you have that around you, you can't escape the drama that comes to your door because you want to keep it real. Like, you got to think, Thug was moving at such a pace, but he still was tapped in too much to the streets. So everything gonna wash up to your doorstep because you facilitating, you financing it, even if you don't think you are.
He a hands-on manager.
But you also think if you gave your homeboy 10 bands, you can't go and see what he do with that 10 bands. Now that 10 bands gonna run back to you because
Especially if they gonna hit you with that Rico.
you get what I'm saying? That's how they get a Rico on you because you just trying to make sure your whole block, your whole
You trying to make sure your people good, but
they trying to flip what you give them. You know what I'm saying? Or, oh, shit, I'm going to use this 5 bands to put it on old boy head that fucks with my baby mama. I'm going to keep the other 15. You get what I'm saying? Like, whoa, you didn't wash your money up and it got, you know what I'm saying? Like, because they going to start trying to source the funds. If they can't source street funds, but they can source your millions out of your damn, you know, so they can.
So how he gave him the money? He gave him the 10 bands on a YSL check, or did he just give him 10 bands cash?
To us, it should matter a lot. But to the people who can't track none of the money, we just gonna say all of us induced under YSL. That's why they came and got everybody.
Guilty by association because you around him every day.
It's kind of crazy about it. That's why it's so easy to get them out of here.
Have you noticed the most over the past few years of black people they done got on RICO charges and conspiracy charges, and we can go all the way back to what recently happened in the AR.
The president?
They ain't got no dope. they ain't got no dope, and they ain't got no money. They getting everybody on. We heard
hearsay,
you did
that's
this.
the thing, though.
So
Hearsay is evidence in the RICO case.
So let me tell you something. The fucked up crazy part, I was thinking about that the other day. The nigga who made the RICO famous is on a RICO
Rudy
right now.
Giuliani.
Like,
Rudy Giuliani, because
like,
he used that to combat the mafia.
You know what I'm saying?
The mob, like Irv got, like John Gotti, pretty much was mocking him. You know what I'm saying? He couldn't get anything on him because.
So who John Gotti is in this situation? Young Thug.
Why I said, I mean, Young Thug.
You know what I'm
So
saying? You see what I'm saying?
it's like
Even with the YFN.
yeah.
Everybody that got tied into a RICO, you can put it in the same frame as how you were just about to break it down with Giuliani and the mob,
It's
and
at the top.
they fit the mold. And not only that, it seemed like your girl in Atlanta is like she got a goddamn outline, and
She's
she
a
just
puppet.
motherfucking.
Well, the thing about it is
You
this.
know.
It ain't even about being a puppet. You got to think, once you get that DA title or U.S. attorney, it's all about numbers.
Yeah.
So you can't get to the next step of your career until your numbers
She gonna run for something.
So
when all this done, she can run for Senate or some shit like that.
Like, that's why when people be thinking, oh, they look like us. No, bro, they got another job to get to. The U.S. attorney makes $185,000 a year. The DA of a city makes about 100. They money is not in their title right now. They money is at the next step. So they gonna use you as a ploy to get there. Yep. And so that's why when Young Thug trying to, like, he had no shot. He's never getting the bond because at the end of the day, my numbers are looking way better than they did. You watched The Wire before? Anybody in here watch The Wire?
I live for that.
You see the breakdown of how this is. When they found out those bodies was in those goddamn buildings, they say we not going to expose this until after election season because it's all numbers driven. I want to be able to say crime went down 28% in this window.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, they don't care who you arrested. Young Thug is not going to be the storyline 20 years from now. This is going to say, on my watch, crime went down. And they don't care who the cases were. So that's why now the thing with Trump, that puts her in a whole other realm because now you can start running for national office.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? It's like all of this is a ploy and she's using all her members in front of her to get to the next step. That's
promo.
Everywhere. It's promo. It's literally promo.
But she got it.
Yeah, like,
she got it, bro. Y'all can say what you want.
Yeah, she out of here.
She got the facts, bro. Like
if she write a book, if she write a book,
like how you say everybody who got locked up with this RICO, you fit the mold. Like you gave
Yep.
the amount of evidence that they have
all
on
they-
you to fit this mold. So
Hey,
it's
anybody that use slime on Twitter with it, like,
Come here.
hey, come here. You come
I
here.
need to pick you
And
up.
so real talk, and that's why, and they just tapping each other down because if she catch one group, she gonna catch the other group that you beefing with. All beef has another side, so you just gave her another
And
goddamn
y'all
research.
snitching on each other on the low.
Like,
Yeah.
because y'all putting in the music.
Yeah.
So that's another thing of the rap game. As we kind of wind down on this topic of the rap game, it's kind of hard to though because it's so level. There's so many levels to it as far as understanding how deep it goes. What will it look like though? What does hip hop look like to you in 5 to 10 years?
We in the social media age, and ain't no telling what. It's a new app every 3 months, so ain't no.
Man, it's gonna be AI gonna have a big part of it.
Yeah,
AI
I
gonna
forgot
have a
it.
lot
Yeah,
of
I can't forget about that. Cause
Like AI gonna change somebody's lives. What I mean by that is, it's not gonna pay. Once they find a way how to perfect the artist presentation on AI,
yeah, AI,
Like you can go to a concert.
somebody
and people
gonna make
okay with
somebody
just
gonna make an
seeing it.
AI artist.
Yeah, that's what
and
I was
the AI
already
gonna
did.
sit there.
Be
And,
honest.
They already did.
I don't think AI gonna be as big as everybody think it is. I think it's. I mean,
Man,
shit.
Shit.
When
Not
you
for
think about
us.
it, we already been. I mean, what
Yeah.
you think? Auto tune is basically a form of.
I think why it's
Yeah, it
gonna
is.
be
It's
big.
just kinda like AI for your voice.
It's shit slowly initialing in. You know what I'm saying? So I don't think it's gonna hit.
I think
big.
it's gonna get rid of the risk. What I mean by that, it's gonna make people replaceable. Like
I don't-
the talents will be replaceable. Meaning, like, say you locked up and you can't perform.
Mhm.
all right, well,
still going on tour.
we gonna go on tour.
You get what I'm
with
saying?
Yeah.
Like,
we gonna broadcast.
I'ma tell you
the
what they
AI
gonna get.
tour.
I don't think you're gonna be able to tell.
Soon as they,
I
soon
think
as they able.
that's like the whole point. I mean, like the whole point of artificial intelligence is to mimic you.
yeah.
So at
It's
some
like
point,
that-
you're
that-
not gonna know the difference.
It was some
You know?
Instagram profile that's got it's over 1 million followers. Some girl like it ain't number AI, just random pictures of her.
Yeah, it's like the
And
aesthetic that's perfectly fitting. You know
Yeah,
what I'm
and
saying?
it's probably
niggas,
like
niggas gonna be in love with motherfuckers that don't even exist. Like,
Yeah.
You gonna be getting catfished by an AI person because you swiped right and thought, damn, she
Yeah.
fine. You know what I'm saying? And you be like, when we gonna meet? Oh, give it a week. Oh, when we gonna meet? Oh, let me give me
I'm
on
out of
FaceTime.
country.
She didn't FaceTime you and everything. You get what I'm
Right.
Somebody
saying?
sitting behind a computer.
Like, so real talk, like, and I just feel that's why I say AI because it's just gonna make people like you gonna show up one way or another.
Now,
You get what I'm
I'ma
you
saying?
tell you.
know what? You know what I think's gonna happen for real? You know, we was talking about the image.
Yeah.
Now you're gonna be able to make your image. You can be a whole different motherfucker and go as long as you go hard.
they gonna
you know
get
what I'm
you.
saying?
You gonna have to
Before they
ghostwriter.
even go that level, they gonna go and get you the AI version of Tupac and Biggie. Like they gonna get you some main people.
They already did.
They already did that.
They did that.
No,
The
but they
hologram.
gonna yeah, but they did it with a hologram.
Yeah.
But it's gonna be like a little bit more enhanced where they can get past the copyright laws and all of that. Where they can be like, oh, we're
'Cause
gonna actually do a concert.
Well,
so
that's
we
what-
gonna
It's so
roll
much
out.
crazy stuff with the AI stuff because like right now, it's so many lawyers trying to fight what we
What you
can
can do
and
and what you
can't do
can't
with
do.
AI
Yeah,
right
they
now.
already
They so
starting.
confused
They already
on
starting
the
to
shit.
try to like find out how they can bake it into the record contracts because how can an artist protect himself against something? It's like okay, once we own the music, who can tell us who we can have perform it? Meaning like, okay, goddamn, you gaining weight. Or you don't look as aesthetically pleasing. Okay, we just gonna have you sit out and we gonna put them in the video. Because people ain't gonna be able to tell the difference because you gotta think back in the day, you used to be able to make a video. You know, when somebody went to jail, they'd make a video of like everything but them in there.
Mhm.
But now we just
But they
gonna
don't wanna
put
see
shit,
that.
you know what I'm saying? Now we just gonna make you look spry and clean
That's what,
and
that's
clear
what I'm
as
saying.
hell. You know
it
what I'm
ain't gonna
saying?
even matter no more. It ain't gonna matter what you look like because they're gonna be like, you know, we just gonna
Shot it,
Yeah,
shot it
we
and got
like-
pregnant.
It already
She
know
done
how it
disappeared
was
for 9 months.
And what's gonna happen is once they able to make the large language model that they want to have the AI create its own lyrics and perform it. The fuck you going and listen, and at the end product somebody like it, they got it.
Let me
Man.
tell y'all, man.
What's
that
up?
shit ain't gonna be shit, bro.
All right.
Because y'all gotta realize what we love about music is feeling. That AI can't produce certain feeling.
I used to think
they
that.
can-
I used to
bro,
think that.
you can type 8
Listen.
sentences and tell that
I mean,
motherfucker
yeah,
to write
listen,
you a
they gonna give you a
10-page
song, but,
contract
you still
saying,
can't-
"Hey,
There's
I
still
don't
certain
need this and that."
emotions that only humans can invoke.
Have you ever
from certain
used Chat
music.
GPT yet?
I have no reason to use
I'm
Chat.
gonna tell you.
I don't even know what that
I'm gonna
is,
tell you
bro.
how it works. So if I was to go and say, write me a song make me a song like Tupac about colors, they will literally go and mimic Tupac's complete voice, tone, cadence, and everything on colors.
Right.
And all you gotta do is put, like, if you have any if you have any audio of Tupac anywhere.
So is a Tupac fan gonna listen to that though?
No, it's not about the Tupac fan. We just using it as somebody else.
But
It
that's
might
what
not be
I'm
us.
asking you.
It's not. So our generation has enough wherewithal to understand, like, there's still an element that we can't replicate. It's just like past generations to us love to hear live music and live instruments on music, like on audio. It's certain things that you're gonna tie to from your generation. Unfortunately,
This
it
new
starts
age.
watering
we ain't
down.
the, we ain't the
Listen,
generation that they're
Let me
gonna
tell you
target.
something, bro.
You got, hey, matter of
They
fact,
still gotta
this
sell that shit.
is
You
one
feel
thing
me?
you gotta
They
look
still
at.
gotta sell that shit.
I came from an
At the
era
end of the day.
where, like, I was in the band, marching band, all that. It was crazy. We used to be crazy about who got the best band. We do. Man, the
Yeah.
kids don't give a damn about playing no damn instruments and shit.
It's like, let me how
Niggas
do
don't
Where
even,
at? Where
these little
at?
kids
Where you-
don't even
where-
go outside and ride bikes and play
where you
basketball
from,
no more.
though?
I'm from Arkansas.
See, that shit's still in our culture. Like, I'm talking about from five.
So New
like,
Orleans
that's,
is a special place. I don't think
Yeah,
people
so-
Yeah,
realize.
I understand y'all culture there, but
Music-wise.
it's just.
but there's still other places too, like DC. There's still music. Like, you
yeah, I know
so
about the go-go bands.
It's
and all
still,
that.
but when I say
yeah.
that is, it's still
the fabric is there.
the
It's still
fabric.
there.
I feel like it's just gonna separate the
It's
the
gonna
real
separate
from
the real from the
Cause
fake,
to
but
keep it 1,000,
unfortunately-
a lot of these niggas need AI.
But unfortunately,
You know what I mean? We keeping it real.
unfortunately, has
They
the
need that
real-
website you talking
Has
about,
the real been prevailing in hip hop like we think?
man. Yeah.
Well, I mean, yes,
I say yeah,
to
bro.
a certain extent, yeah.
I mean,
say
yes and
yeah.
no.
I'm gonna
Yes
say
and
this.
no.
I'm gonna say this. When you was talking about how contracts and who big is artists, I think Drake may be the last hip hop who got a big contract from like treat him like a last artist. Nobody else. Like maybe
It's like Travis Scott and Drake.
But how many
like,
niggas eat off these contracts
what I'm saying-
though?
Like I see what you were saying about, like, okay, it's tiers. I don't see us cultivating an artist that's gonna reach Drake level status anytime soon. It's like who would have the staying power of a Drake
I think that era's
coming up
over
now?
with.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like, it's
over
too
with.
easy to replace somebody. And so we're not gonna give you enough time to go and find a new sound and
Because
play
it
with
go
your
back to
sound.
like what we was talking about earlier about we felt like Sexy Red replaced Glorilla.
Yeah, Glorilla
Glorilla
had a
had
quick
the,
run.
what is 3
I thought
4
Glorilla was
months
gonna be the
run?
hottest thing in the
Yo,
game
you
for at
saying
least
like it's
3 years.
over though?
I ain't
what I'm
saying it's
saying-
over, but you know it was just basically we got the new female.
They found somebody to replace her sound while she going and working. And
Yeah.
unfortunately, so people not just like looking for the ratchet music
Yeah.
from you no
Jay.
more. It's like, oh, we got
I'm gonna keep it real. Sexy Red been out, bro.
no Sexy Red been out.
Like,
But
I'm talking
about
about been out.
yeah, I
I'm talking
know.
I feel like once the ratchet wave hit,
yeah.
That was her
All
time.
right, so
start
let's
looking for
let's
who
let's
brought
who
got
got
it
can
in?
grab that fitness mode?
what's called
You
the way?
get the Suki.
Cardi B pushed that way, kicked in that dough.
Then you get the
For the
Sukis,
women, right?
and you get the.
But
sexy,
the only person
you
that's
know.
been consistent, Cardi B been consistent on anthems. Man, I was talking about Lil Baby, she been consistent on her own anthems because she only got one album. The only person that's even close that probably surpassed us in that era, starting with Cardi B, is Lotto because she been consistent on the lyrics.
Yeah.
She been consistent. She been
But
consistent.
Lotto been getting the looks because Lotto, unfortunately, did what a lot of women artists don't have the chance to do.
But do she got an album?
Yeah,
Yeah,
she
yeah,
came out
yeah,
with
she got
it.
out.
And- and
Yeah,
she
yeah.
got that, and it actually went real hard.
Yeah,
And-
well.
But I think the thing is she had enough time to perfect her sound
Oh.
because it's like it's hard for a woman in today's climate, especially with it being so many rappers that's women that's blowing up. It's like go look at somebody like an Omeretta. You know, she didn't had her
hard.
moments. She hard, but it's like you
That
like,
moment came and went.
It came and went because we had somebody else ready. You know, that had they shit that was about to go. Like, yeah, it's
But she
cool.
didn't know that was gonna take off like that. You see
But
what I'm saying? Like you
nobody
got
did.
unexpected shit that just go, and you just gotta be, you know.
That's
be
why.
ready when
That's
it's
why
ready.
it's hard, unfortunately, for a lot of these rappers that's putting in the time to stay at it when they keep getting passed up by somebody. Like you, imagine you just sitting here. I'm really going hard in here. I'm staying in the, and then you see somebody like a Lil Tyler come by and say, "Man, I just started making this on my phone."
But
Like Lil Tyler made his viral hit on his phone in his bedroom. You get what I'm saying? Like, imagine you in the guy.
I ain't gotta imagine, my nigga, because this is my life.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and so it'll fuck you up. So what you say?
I was listening to 2 Chainz talking. He was like, you know, when he feel the worst is right after he realize he done got a hit, because he like, okay, you get this hit, and you know, once you get the hit, the money start to flow in. You know what I'm saying? And you got all these things you want to do with this money, all these things you need to do with this money. But at the same time, though, you need to make what's next too, because this hit ain't gonna last for so long. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So if you focus too much on spending this money,
you
ain't gonna have that next hit. You know, and the money gone. But if you don't focus enough on spending that money, then that's gonna fuck up your situation too. So
yeah, they want to see, like, fans want to see you start getting better jury.
Yeah.
Like, your jury look like your first album. Like we gonna feel like something went left. You know what I'm saying? Am I lying? Like, that's why y'all getting on Webby, because he still got that Trill bracelet. Webby,
it's Webby though, bro.
No, but what I'm saying is, bro, it could be real as hell, but niggas feel like if I see you with the same jury kit from the first album, bro, something wrong. Like, he trying to be.
I mean, it all depends on what type of artist you is.
We'll talk about the main one. I'm not talking about. Unfortunately, that's why it pays to be like a J. Cole or Kendrick Lamar. You can literally be a quiet flex.
But at the same time, though, you got to reinforce that with some kind of real appeal as far as with your lyrics. You know what I'm saying?
So it's like a gift and a curse. They have to put in way more time into their music to be able to capture this and convey this goddamn this image. Versus somebody who come out like Moneybag, he got to put on all his jewelry because, like, you got to see I'm winning. You get what I'm saying? Because you ain't going to see me selling at arenas.
Your music ain't going to hit the same, though.
And so
you know
that's why, like, since we talking, it's like, before we get out of here, since we talking about, you know, finances and having, from elevating financially, bro, I saw this comedian, bro, and he captured something that I think a lot of niggas done ran into. This ain't got nothing to do with music. Have any of y'all ever been out of town with a chick? You know what I'm saying? And y'all miscalculated how much you really was gonna be able to spend? Like like in your head, it's like, oh, it's gonna only cost $3,500, $4,000. Then that you just spent that the first 2 days there. Like, have you ever been one of the moments where you start thinking like, damn, when I get home, I'm about to be fucked up? Like, have y'all ever had one of the moments?
Maybe
early
when I was
2000.
like teenager
Yeah,
type
early
shit.
Nah, bro, I'm talking about, like, the reason I say this is, like, so sometimes when you go out of the country, you can't really get a gauge of how much shit gonna cost. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, and so say you go to a resort and you calculating staying at the resort, having a few drinks and stuff, but it's like you got to pay for all these meals. You got to pay for the tipping. You got to pay for the to get to and from everywhere you're going. And you start, then she want to do activities, and you ain't realize it's gonna cost $600 to go. You know what I'm saying? You're not
all them excursion packages.
The excursions and activities, and so you like, God damn, like
you footing the bill of this whole trip.
See,
I mean, honestly,
start.
I mean,
I'm just curious.
Hey,
This is beyond me. Yeah,
no, I'm gonna be honest. If I'm going with my girl, bro, like, if we going somewhere for both of us, like, say it's a wedding or something, and it's, that's different. But if it's a gift, like, I'm taking
like for her birthday.
You know what I'm saying?
Right,
like,
yeah.
I'm gonna get it, but I didn't calculate it in my head this one way. You get what I'm saying?
That's why you got to set expectations for y'all get out there.
But I mean, you get there.
This is what we're doing.
You get that
Nothing
concierge,
else.
like, I know of a great tequila tasting on the beach and da-da-da-da. Like, man, fuck up, bro.
Now,
Like,
you got to have the agenda plan. See, we had a picnic planned at this time.
We got time.
Yeah, we ain't got no time.
We going to the beach. We finna
get a
this.
tide. You do like kid, get a tide. Let the sun bake, because she ain't going to do that when we get back to the crib. Water room
We
service.
gonna get a
we good
fifth
to
of tequila. We gonna sit on the beach. She gonna get drunk, get hot. She gonna go to sleep.
If I give her some good dick, she gonna sleep through dinner. You praying she sleep through dinner. Please
Said,
don't let her wake up.
At least wake up too late to go someplace nice. Yeah, shit.
Damn,
Ain't
we
nothing
gotta
up but the pizza spot. out there.
hope it rain. You praying for rain. Like, God damn. Let it rain something. Just like
Gonna fake. I'm tired. I don't feel like going out tonight.
Nah, that shit happened about a few years ago, man. I never forget, dog. Because I ain't baking in all them goddamn like expenses and shit that go into you at a resort. And so it was like I just was looking at the number of the day. You know what I'm saying? And so I said that because I was like, damn, that's some of the realest shit I ever seen or ever heard when the comedian was talking about that. It was like, so fellas, budget accordingly, bro. You know what I'm saying? Hey, if you can't afford to go to Cabo, man, take it to San Antonio.
Shit, I done been on some trips with some niggas, and niggas shot they wad the first night, and then them next 3-4 nights.
Be sad face. Be sad face. How about you ain't hungry? Oh, man, I don't even feel like.
I don't even feel like going
I
there.
don't feel like going. I'm just gonna chill.
Vegas gonna do that. I feel like every nigga that had that experience with somebody in their crew when they went to Vegas, somebody got broke the first night.
You can't go to the strip club the first night of the group trip.
Exactly.
The worst.
No.
Somebody gonna fall in love and they spend way more than they expected, bro. And now somebody else, man, let me hold a little bit till.
And be honest
Type of
with you.
niggas don't get invited on trips.
Be honest with you. Outside of Dallas, it ain't a strip club I want to go to because I know I'm gonna throw it. Like, man,
It ain't no strip club that can get more than $200 out of me in America.
where you gonna go?
It ain't no strip club. Like,
Yeah,
What you doing in the strip club? You ain't finna spend number $200.
but listen, I'm saying outside of Dallas.
What do I need to be throwing money for? What am I proving? There ain't no nigga in there gonna be like, I need to see that nigga throw some money to see if he got it. You know what I'm saying? I ain't even gonna give you the
I'm with him.
I'm like, I don't even have the energy to look like I need to be throwing money. You know what I'm saying? I'm just not a throwing money ass nigga. You know, I might put a couple dollars in you when I'm walking by. You know what I'm saying? It's smack you in the ass.
Discreet tipper.
Discreet tipper.
I'm like this. I don't even want you to touch me.
Don't come over here with that game. It ain't going nowhere. It ain't going. You know,
I don't want that.
I never forget. Cause I got PTSD, bro. A chick took me. I didn't know
Took you to the room.
I was paying per song. And it's not a whole song. It's just soon as that motherfucker switch that shit to something else,
All
that's
right,
just a
we
song.
need chocolate to the stage right now. Coming up next,
You can
chocolate.
let me lick you up and hey, put that buddy. Nigga, you didn't mix this shit up every 10 seconds, bro, and talking about that'll be 10. I'm trying to take it. I'm like, that's all $10. No, 10 songs. 10 songs times what? Times 20 a song. Motherfucker took me for $200 in 3 minutes.
That's what you doing with the $200.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That was my
That's how he got his limit.
That was 20 songs. I knew how I felt after that, and I was like, never again do I want to feel this feeling ever again. Like, bro, on some real talk.
It took you 10 songs.
No, well, I wasn't looking at the songs because we was in the
You
back.
was looking at the
I'm looking at the amount of songs. I'm like, we ain't been back.
Shot was giving it a conversation.
Like, shit in my ear. I'm young 21-year-old me. This is my first time at the strip club. I'm like, oh, shit.
Boy.
Oh, shit.
Oh, man.
She had a
Got
bald
me.
head.
I had hair. I was young nigga then, bro. Hey, she started rubbing on my stomach and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like,
That's what it was.
smelling like cheap perfume. You know what I'm saying? Like,
That nigga.
got,
You got to try the 10 songs.
she got me quick. And then the thing is, as soon as I gave her the look, like, man, what the fuck you talking about? It's like a big nigga came out, like, I dare you. I dare you to quit. Like, so, never again, bro. So,
Damn, you got hustled in the strip club quick.
Yeah,
You should
right?
have had
They
to
saw
at
my
least name the 10 songs.
They saw my green. Yeah, it's like, I need a list.
Should have
Okay,
to
what
name
was the
the 10
playlist? You got to go down the list. Like, that was 7 right here. That's only 7.
He wanted the
Hey,
audit.
nigga want a receipt.
Hey,
Nigga
audit
want his
the DJ.
receipt
I
for
need
his
the
lap
audit.
dance.
I need the audit of the playlist. You know what I'm saying? Like, this don't look like
Yeah,
You
you
ain't even
can't give me
dance to this
10. I'm
song.
gonna give you what you good. Remember the song?
Well, he only played the song 15 seconds. This don't even count.
That don't even count as a stream.
He can't even report the royalties.
He started trying to break that shit down, man. But nah, man, Bruce, man, Jay, I appreciate the hell out of y'all pulling up, man.
For sure.
Invite.
I feel like it's always good to just have these tap in moments. Nigga just have barbershop talk. You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying?
man.
Like shooting the shit. It's so much we don't understand, but it's a lot that we gonna talk about. So I feel like shit. If you felt like you heard something on here, man, keep rocking with us. And if you didn't, I hope the hell you don't. You know what I'm saying? Like, shit. So if there's anything else, man, before we get out of here, Jay, you got any music, anything you want us to go out on, man, you just let us know so we can send it to Spider.
Shit, everything I got on streaming services now. So
You independent. Hey, let me ask. I do want to ask you this. Either one of you all signed?
Nah, I mean,
Y'all
myself.
Y'all ain't got the opportunity. Have y'all got the opportunity to be signed? Like somebody approach you all?
I've had all this shit is money, bro. So like when you see like somebody come out the woodwork, they just spent a bag. So I mean, you got people that'll come around and offer a bag.
Yeah,
right.
I feel
you
you.
know,
And
but
they
if you willing to put your own money up and your own risk, like when you see me state to state with this shit, that's all out of my pocket.
Right. You guys seem like y'all intelligent enough to know about intellectual property, right? And know the value of they can literally take something that you done built in the wrong way. Like, for example, let's go back to the golden age of Hollywood, right? Like the guys that we people know, like Sammy Davis Jr., that may not be his real legal name, but somebody, when he went into the entertainment, they be like, all right, we're going to name you Sammy Davis Jr., sign right here.
It's all in the black and white.
Yeah, and everything under Sammy Davis Jr.
belongs to
the person that signed him, not Sammy Davis Jr. You know, that's in the golden age of actors. You know what I'm saying? It's happening now so much, and I say with it's like they go poach our weakest and cloak them and just expose all the toxicity for a bag, man. And it don't never, ever the smart ones like you all that's really out here grinding where the hip hop needs to be heard in a mature way get overlooked. Because they don't like, nah, y'all, you too smart. You too smart. Nah.
They doing y'all like the Celtics did Jaylen Brown.
I don't know.
They said he
I don't
had
know if
too
you
many-
want to go first in the answer. But to me, I look at it like it's business, bro. It's business. At
So
the end of the
you
day-
okay with selling a piece of your intellectual property if the bag right?
Well, I'm gonna negotiate the terms.
Or how long they gonna have
Yeah,
it?
I mean, it's like licensing out your
It's
shit.
just
No perpetuity.
It's just like
Yeah,
how
like no
all these
perpetuity,
artists
yeah.
recently been selling their royalties. Like,
Yeah.
I ain't making no more money off the song, so shit. If he want to give me $15 billion for these damn 125 songs,
And
shit,
what
I'ma
they
sell
might
it.
do, they might take your shit, go license it out to this commercial,
Yeah,
to that commercial.
yeah.
They go find
But-
your shit work.
All right, but let me tell you
And-
this. How do you feel about like a company, let's say like QC. They sold. Majority of their catalog that they sold was really built up off Migos.
But they got it to they got it to the finish line. Meaning like they couldn't have blew that music up anymore.
I
with their
agree. I agree.
platform.
But the split is the three people that own QC, not the artists them, because they done already paid them up front.
Yeah.
A lot of times though, when you're in a partnership, if both of y'all are not as bought in on it as y'all were when y'all came in there, a lot of times that's when you start breaking things up. Meaning like Coach K has a lot of layered interests. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So he's somebody who I want the capital so I can start making the moves that I want to do outside of
He has
it.
a name, he got
and you know
relations.
what they did? They do what the main thing of where you gonna get your money from: food, eat, and living, real estate. He went and bought some Bojangles.
But he
But he was
also
in real estate
He
way
real
before
big in real
doing
estate.
music.
But
Like dude do architecture and everything. Like he do design.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
everything.
So I look at it like to bring a Coach K and a opinion to the table, like, they have their leverage as far as their name, their equity and shit. So when they bust down the company, I think they only bust down the contracts and the acts and what the companies were. I don't think it had anything to do with the Migos masters. I'm not sure.
No, they
I
got
know,
rid of
but
the
I don't-
masters.
They got rid of-
Scooter, because Scooter Braun was the person that facilitated.
Yeah.
But I think they would have to sign off on that.
they
Well,
don't necessarily. No.
So what? QC owned the Migos masters?
Yeah, no. So anybody, so when it falls under the umbrella.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's kind of like why it be so fucked up for record labels when they get bought out by somebody else, because if that record label don't have the same plan for you as the one that brought you in,
You just ain't gonna make no money.
you just ain't gonna make no money from it. And so that's why a lot of time Offset and all of them was bucking, because the Migos to that acquisition company ain't as profitable as they are to P, who was letting them boys stay in
They
the
might
studio.
just be buying it for Lil Baby. They
Exactly.
might not care about
I want your forecast and stuff I want Lil Baby catalog and all that,
Yep.
because that's what I'm seeing in commercials. I could put that in movies. I could put that on social media. I'm gonna make my streams off of that. I take the bullshit under that, because I know I'm gonna make so much money under this,
Yep.
and that's how L.A. Reid got bought out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Because you got to think, a lot of times they don't even want the acts. They want the music and the production.
Yeah.
You get what I'm
They
saying?
don't want to go do no more A&R. No more. They want to take what's already been hot. They're gonna repurpose it. And when you look at how always look at if they gonna willing to give you $100 million, X amount of dollars,
They gonna make
they've
way
already
more.
forecasted 3 times more.
Yeah, because
Yeah, but you got to look at how much time it's gonna take to get that money though too. We got $100 million right now. It's a lot more valuable than $100 million 50 years from now. You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying?
exactly.
But they have enough capital and value to wait.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's the thing
Exactly.
though. That's why
like-
it's way more valuable for you right
That's
now
how
to
they
get
get
that
you.
100 million.
And this
you
is
know
the
what
first
I'm saying?
step on how all that's gonna go to
Look
AI.
at Future. I'm gonna give you $75 million.
Nigga
Right
still
now.
gotta buy that shit though.
You know what I'm
They
saying?
gonna
I'm
buy
gonna give you $75 million, but shit, what I don't recoup probably covered in either not contracts, but insurance, or I'm probably just gonna be able to write this shit off. Meaning like, okay, boom.
But people gonna
That-
laugh. I say this all the time. A lot of labels sign people as tax write-offs
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
all day.
It's like I gotta spend this much money to account for my books because we done made more than we expected to. So to avoid this tax break, boom.
Yeah.
I mean,
Sell somebody-
it's kind of like buying a lottery ticket. You know what I'm saying? Almost because, okay, so I spend this money on you. You don't do shit. You a tax right off.
Yeah.
I spend this money on you. You hit. Well, cool. You know, give me that money too. You know what I'm saying? So that's what it is.
Hey, bro, them boardrooms way different, man.
But the sad thing about
But you just a number in there though. Like these niggas is making
Yeah.
money. They in the business of making money. They don't give a shit about no rap. They don't give a shit about your culture.
Yeah.
They just what's gonna make me some
you
money
heard,
right
you heard
now.
what Ebro said? Now the focus is Afro beats and Latin in Latin music because
Yeah.
it's like, okay, what does the world want to hear? Because they like I
They
look
been
at it
charting
like,
so damn long right now.
it's like ain't been no number one hip hop song.
It's kind of like being a Clippers fan, right? You know what I'm saying? The Clippers has been in the league for years. You know what I'm saying? The Clippers are not trying to win championships. You know what I'm saying? If they was trying to win championships, you think they have done it in 50
Steve
years.
Ballmer is trying to
Yeah.
pay off all them
Yeah, he just he out here. He wants you to be interested
He want to get part of that TV money.
Yeah.
I need to get enough stars on my team to make
Yeah.
me get on TV.
and make
You want
money.
to get because if you get at least 20 TV games, you get a certain uptick of money. And so it makes sense for you to give this person $60 million a year when that's going to allow me to be able to get $400 million more.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's why we don't be thinking like, man, why the fuck would he give Kawhi all that money again? Because Kawhi, if he play 17 games this year, it's gonna be all the 17 of them TV games. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's what
Let
I'm
me
saying.
ask you this question: with music, let's say Kawhi, they don't take whoever up next for these payments. They don't take no Supermax. They all start doing their own. Like let's just say they go join the big three.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, that's what music at right now. These niggas don't have to be signed.
They don't.
You don't
know
have
that.
to. You could drop a song from your phone. Like you ain't got to. You don't need no label. Like you don't really need.
But
You just really
everybody
need
don't
a
got
bag.
so
bro.
everybody don't understand the knowledge. Don't have the knowledge to understand.
Man,
like,
this
right,
shit
and them the
you
ones
go-
they grab.
As long as niggas still want to be able to take a picture by the record label signs or the Rock Nation sign and all that,
y'all,
that's how they getting finessed because
But the labels need us. We don't need
No.
But
them.
dudes on the hood be trying to separate themselves from their peers in their city, so they in a rush to get signed. When really y'all don't need to get signed because you feel like you not legitimately the man in your city.
let's
if
go
you
back to
don't
the
have a
use
record
case.
deal.
Y'all been seeing it. Glorilla last year.
Mhm.
Glorilla popped off, right?
Right.
It was a reason why Gotti wanted rights to that first song that popped off, and dude and them was like, no, and they was trying to tell Glorilla,
Yeah.
no. Now, fast forward to this year, what y'all just said about it.
I mean, you got to
But she-
think,
yeah, like she would have been able to eat off that herself.
but
So now all that money done went to all that jewelry, all of
and the
the
crazy
cars
thing
he done
about it-
bought her. They done recouped all that from.
We-
especially a
we ain't
female
heard-
artist.
Yeah,
But
it's
don't
more
get me
expensive.
wrong, she done had 3 or 4 after that. So they
Tomorrow,
should
yeah.
definitely be in the green.
Of
But
course.
when it comes to
But she
if
moved.
she would have had, that's all her money that she would and her team would have ate themselves.
Yeah.
So,
And
like-
she probably could have matured. Like one thing about Lotto dad has been a manager since she was on the rap game with Jermaine Dupri. So you see her mature. You see her having like stake in what she want to put out. You know what I'm saying? And she may split some of her tour money because she be doing big tours and all that theatrics and stuff. But when it comes to like her music, you can hear it. That's that same little girl. Like I was watching her when she was rapping. Her and Flo. Her and Flo was on the rap game. That they still control their lyrics, which is a good thing. Where you have someone like Glorilla that she drowned out. You know what I'm saying?
that
She
same
think she
sound.
Say,
she drowned out?
you like honestly, you didn't like you say. This goes back to artist development. I know we got to get out here, but artist development. If you haven't cultivated more than one sound, then unfortunately your pocket's gonna get old. That's like Lil Baby is falling under those those whispers of like, damn, it's shit starting to sound the same. You get what I'm saying? Because your pocket is hit. Roddy Ricch, it happened fast. It came and went. You know what I'm saying? Like
one album.
You had one album. And we thought he was about to drop some shit, but it was like, damn, I didn't heard this already. And unfortunately, people have such a microwave view of things because we get music all the time, every day. And then streaming killed it because now I can go and get the song that make me feel a certain way from 7 years ago and play that on loop. So I don't need new music. I don't know what new music coming out anymore.
So you think this AI, with all that being said, y'all really think
why you think everybody that he's selling to a digital marketing team, like
what I'm saying, they're gonna stop investing in new talent.
Yeah, they're gonna just take it and put it in larger. So think about AI. It's a large language model that's under it.
Yeah.
In that is where you start inputting data to make the medicine of AI. If they got all the catalog,
it's just
algorithm.
coding.
It's just coding.
It's coding.
Algorithm.
Yeah.
But I mean, at the same time, though, it's still things that like how you said the joke that the comedian to it, and that took you to a place where you can relate it to
I get you. It ain't gonna always be organic.
That shit not gonna hit the
But
same.
you know why I did relate it to? Because real life experience took me there.
And
but
AI ain't gonna be able
I'm
to
gonna tell you this. The consumers of a lot of this shit don't care about real world experience because the drill music, the biggest consumers of it are the people that's living in a suburb removed from it. It's like a video.
But that still invoke human emotion because they've never lived it. They don't. That's the only way they can experience is through that.
I say that is the War on Chirac is a video series. It's not based on one or two people. It's literally just the elements. It's like a game of Chicago and murder and all that. If you go and listen to those digitalized voices that are actually telling you the stories, those videos have 20, 30 million views. This is not an actual person conveying this story. This is literally somebody wrote the script and just put it in and they're telling you who everybody is. And people are literally watching this in 20 to 30 million views. Not academics telling you what's going on. It's a computer digitized voice telling you this is so and so and so and so and so and so killed so and so. It's like because the emotion used to convey like, damn.
What you think?
What you
think the closed captions on TikTok is?
But you know that's based off of a real life story. So you got to have some basis in the real to get that kind of feeling. So that's what he's trying to say with that AI. Like even I think that some people are gonna take advantage of AI and they're gonna be totally fabricated, you know. But you still gonna have artists that people gonna be able to identify with because of their soulfulness or the way they connect with you on certain levels. So, you know, like the real artists will always be there.
That's why I say it's gonna separate the men from the boys. You're gonna see who like it's certain shit that AI cannot recreate or create. Like when Jesus said, "I hit the kitchen lights, cockroaches everywhere." Yeah. Ain't no fucking AI in this planet gonna be able to, unless they done live.
I hit the metaverse, bitches everywhere.
But who listening to that? Are you gonna listen to that?
Everybody on the metaverse.
But are you gonna listen to that?
Hey, listen.
I get what you saying.
Two things finna come down the pipeline.
We got it. Like before we go.
You got something you gotta go?
No, I don't. I'm just the time.
Hey, you know the VR coming. That you know Apple coming out with the VR, right?
Yeah.
And they in talks to buying ESPN.
Okay. So you said, all right, now this is
now
all.
You all in there. You all in
But
there.
this is all investment. This is all talk. This is all perception. Now you still have to sell that shit.
All right, they got the.
No, I'm saying you still. When I'm saying you still got to package it, present it to a farm to where even niggas like us have to be interested. Kids, they have to be interested in this shit. They've been had PlayStation VR, motherfucking Sega VR. Yeah. This shit ain't nothing new. It's just haven't been packaged properly for. And you know what I'm saying? So that's why I say
we go with
this shit
brand.
been around. Look at Terminator. They've been telling us about AI and shit. You see what I'm saying? This shit ain't nothing new. Yeah, everybody acting like this shit something new. It's just how they got to package and sell that shit. I don't feel in music we got a problem. I feel like in the Hollywood scene with everybody, you know, like
really with the strikes
on strike and shit like that shit is really a problem for them. You know, because think about this shit, right? And I know you say
you good.
All right, but think about this shit, right? Y'all see the little shit with the little app where you take a picture. It's like an AI app, right? You know what I'm talking about? Like it make perfect pictures, or it can generate like how you and your kids will look, and everybody just posting these pictures, right? They don't realize in that fucking
agreement that you signed.
You basically signed over your likeness forever.
Yep.
Yeah.
They never have to pay you to use your likeness. So let's say they shoot a movie, they don't need extras no more.
Yeah.
Right.
Because then now they could do AI as your likeness now.
You gonna be like, damn, you in the movie?
in the movie. They don't even have to pay you.
Well,
You
my
done
check
signed your
is-
shit over.
And then even
see
like
what
the
I'm
whole
saying?
situation with AI and like shooting a movie from me shooting music videos. You
Yeah.
can go do the LED walls and I'm outside in the jungle. And I
Yeah.
got this artist right here. No, we ain't even really in the jungle. We ain't even went to fucking
They
Hawaii.
used, they,
We
they
right
used
here
to
in the
fly. They used to
studio.
have to fly you to Miami. Like I never forget the Big Pimpin' video because Pimp C ain't want to come over there to the Trinidad.
Yeah.
They had to go to
Caribbean.
Miami and get him expensive another $500K just so he could
Just so he
shoot
can
his
shoot in
scene.
Miami.
Yep.
Ain't nobody doing that shit no more. So I get what you're saying, but unfortunately, I think we give it too much credit to ourselves as a generation. We're not the generation that's going to appreciate it because we have seen and touched too much tangible stuff to
All right,
really
I agree with
appreciate
that.
it. Unfortunately, I think it's a reason why you starting to see more cartoon movies and things of that nature.
Mhm.
Because if I start ingesting you with your video content, then at some point it's gonna move into your music content
Yeah.
because the music video has no value anymore. So I don't really care about.
Budgets get cut every day.
You know what I'm saying? I
on
don't
what they
care-
spending on video.
I don't care about, Busta Rhymes video used to be an experience. They used to do the behind the scenes, and that was a whole show in itself. And, to show us how you made it and the
Making
design
the video.
and finding out who was the producer. Now they just putting some people behind the TV screen or behind a computer screen, and they gonna tell you that this is the hottest goddamn song, and we just gonna put it out there in front of you, and you just gonna be like, before you know it, we got 60 million views. And so we done made so much money off of streams and the advertising and everything like that. I don't give a damn about hearing what this person's story or how they came up with this song, or you going on to the Breakfast Club. Breakfast Club interviews don't hit the same no more. You remember you remember it was a status thing to get on the Breakfast Club interview. Now we
They
forget it. Come
faded.
on, you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because I don't need to package somebody with the product.
But you gotta, all that's money. All that come with that's why I say, bro, you got 150,000, you can push any song you want. You can push the Hokey Pokey.
Yeah.
Well, you got 150,000 right now.
Everybody
dog, you
don't got that.
I ain't
Everybody
even
don't
noticed
understand how to get it.
like the BET
That's true.
countdowns and shit, like 106 in Park. Nigga used to be voting for that dumbass shit. Bow Wow nigga used to be paying for that shit. The fuck you wasting my time making me participate like I'm really voting for the #1 song and shit. Stick around to the end of
You tell everybody in your hometown, get me on the
Drop
count,
the
get me on the
bag.
countdown.
Even now with
Mr.
Apple,
106
with Apple
and Paul.
Music, you gotta look at it. Everybody every week. Oh, I'm number 5. I'm number 6.
Yeah.
No, nigga, y'all pay the computer to keep.
And that's placement.
Bro, it's Lil Baby song still on the Rap Life thing from My Turn album.
Yeah.
You got to think of it. This is supposed to be the Rap Life, like what's new now. That's a 2.5, 3-year-old album, but it's still got 3 or 4 songs on this Rap Life playlist.
It's who curating that playlist.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like that's the lick now.
Hey, bro.
So it's
let
like-
me throw you 100,000. Keep us on that motherfucker.
Yeah, like that's the lick now. Even if I build a relation with somebody that gotta do one of them Spotify playlists, and you got niggas that just charge for those slots, bro. Like you could pay a certain amount, and
Then you become grandfathered in because shit.
It's truthful when they say music is the new dope game.
yeah. So I mean,
Like shit, it pays to do business with CMG because if CMG is gonna legitimize my playlist.
They got the connection.
You know what I'm saying?
even like you say, like with like QC, like it's just certain names mentioned in certain rooms can get you,
That's
without,
why
bro.
niggas was signing up to QC for $50,000 because they just wanted the QC chain to legitimize them as a rapper. You remember that?
No,
Like,
I mean,
they had a new rapper every 2 weeks at one point.
but I mean, they're in Atlanta though. You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying?
and that's
Shit.
kind of what, like I was saying, man. You just a number to these motherfuckers.
Yeah,
They
bro.
just pushing out whatever they can push out. It's like your return on investment on a hit. What's your return on investment on a smash artist, right? So what's that? So if I invest this $200K in you, $200K in you,
About 5-10 million.
you know what I'm
off
saying,
every one good year.
and you have a smash hit. What's my ROI on that shit?
the licensing alone gonna be.
So I mean, that gives me leeway to do that to 20 motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? I do this to 20 motherfuckers and 2 of them hit. shit,
Especially with video games and all that. Every people that we don't even know popping got songs on NBA 2K.
You talking about QC though, bro? They hit a lot early.
Yeah.
Like when the Migos was bubbling, like they whole lineup
Then Lil Yachty
was doing
Lil
their
Yachty
thing.
had
Yeah,
his
like you
lane.
know
He
what I'm
was on
saying. So
Target
like
commercials.
they had a nice little. They had about at least 5 that I can think of that hit. They had you had Yachty, you had Migos,
He had Rich the Kid.
you had Rich the Kid.
He had.
Think about having
What's
bad.
the dude, bitch? You guessed it or whatever.
you get-
OG Mano.
But thinking of having Bad and Bougie in 10 years when you want to have a commercial or something. Like,
Yeah.
But a
you
lot
know-
of that shit too. When you sell it, you only selling it for a certain amount of time.
I honestly believe they sold it to him for perpetuity because of the amount of money they sold it to him because it's not as valuable enough to I don't think it's valuable enough to make sense if I can't keep it. You know, if I'm giving you all this damn money.
I don't know. You'll be surprised because when you buy it, you go find the work. So
I mean,
it's
I
like
get
you
what
already got like movies and stuff. You already going to use it and sync license it too. So I look at it like once you go, if somebody going by like, cause how else would you know if it's something it's worth something to you?
Makes sense.
You see what I'm
Yeah,
saying? So
you
you
already
gotta
got shot-
already know how you gonna make your money back,
Yeah.
and you just license it for so long. But I mean, you know,
Man, I feel like this should have been like a goddamn series. You know what I'm saying? Like break down the paperwork, then break down. No, real talk. Because
you're
these
right.
conversations need to be layered, man. Because it's hard to give them the attention they deserve. Because I feel like so many people falling into the same matrix, and we've had all the, I think people the revolt thing. You revolting through events, and all these people then tried to give people this advice, but it hit way different when them numbers get in front of you. You know what I'm saying? And so that's why the more insight we have, the easier we realize we can do it on our own. Sometimes it's just it got to seem feasible. I think some people look at Master P's stories and people like that. It's like that's not realistic today.
but look at Young Dolph.
Facts.
Yeah, I mean, Young Dolph, unfortunately, was somebody who lived by it, but they look at Lil Young Dolph, but they also look at Yo Gotti, who, what I'm saying? Unfortunately, it's like, it pays to
we
be
talking
the
about
boss.
independent.
No, what I'm saying is I'm talking about independent. Like, a lot of dudes don't have that wherewithal and that goddamn persistence.
Well,
to make
that's
that shit
in
happen.
general though. Like, so think about this, bro. That's in general, because it comes from a situational standpoint. Everybody in this room got their number, meaning we all do what we do for a living. You know what I'm saying? We all may go for the same job. I might hear a number that that bitch, they paying good. You might hear a number be like, oh, that shit trash.
Yeah.
Or you may be like, that shit paying good. I might look at you like, man, they paying way more than they.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's situational. That go back to it. What Knowledge was saying, like, they getting the people, bro, they know your type of situation you in, so they could dangle the money in front of you. And it's all in you. It really is all in the type of person you are. You built up in your makeup, bro. If a nigga dangle some money in front of your face, what you gonna do? You know what I'm saying? What your situation is?
Look at Kodak. You know what I'm saying?
But I'm just saying, what your situation is, though.
No, you real. No,
You
the reason
know,
I'm
like-
saying that is dudes literally got a price because you look at somebody like Kodak who been in the system. You get what I'm saying? And who really affiliated with streets. And like when it comes to Haitians and Island, they have zero tolerance when it comes to snitching.
Yeah.
Boy gave you $1 million and you get on the song, take pictures with them and everything.
Man, this shit business, man.
But what what I'm
that
saying
shit
is,
business.
no, you're looking at it as business, and that makes sense. But unfortunately, what I'm saying is everybody got a
don't
price.
look
Meaning,
that,
like, how some people in the game be like, I never. But if I give you 10, would you take a picture with me? You get what I'm saying? Like, everybody got a price.
I mean,
You get what
I feel that with everybody got a price part, but I'm looking at it from a street perspective, bro. This not streets. Like, this is not we niggas is not in the streets no more. The internet is the new streets. So
Correct.
with that being said, you playing by different rules. You can't play by them rules.
But you remember
because-
how street niggas' perception to street niggas was the biggest thing.
But
at one
he's
point in
not
time.
that. He's not. I mean, I say he's not that. He's not under that old law, bro. Like, you can't expect him to stand on some old law.
No, you're
that,
right. Unfortunately,
Nah.
it's his fans, because you got to think. I know a lot of dudes who, especially old Kodak, were big fans of, like, because how realistic his music was for somebody that was as young as him. Like,
Yeah.
when I think of, like, Institution Kodak and all that, like, he was,
Yeah.
it conveyed a certain emotion. You get what I'm saying? And then when you start, that's why I smile like a
You'll look
boosie.
at me different if I took $1 million from Kodak? I mean, from 6ix9ine to do a song, you'll look at me different?
What fuck no?
That
Hell
would
no.
that cancel out
See,
everything?
Hell no.
Wait,
But I'm not the
that
street
cancel
nigga.
out everything.
Hey,
I'm not a street nigga.
Get your money.
From what I'm saying, from what you know about me and the type of nigga I am, would you look at me different?
Unfortunately, I wouldn't. But what I'm saying is,
I know
you got
it's
some
probably somebody
niggas.
who is.
You got some niggas who
Man,
would
let me tell
die
you something. It
behind
ain't
the street code. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, but
Like,
what you that's the thing though. Like we not it's not we playing by you nigga playing by different rules. I can see if I'm in the streets with this nigga. I'm not in the streets with this nigga. And I don't think I wouldn't do it, but if I did it, I don't think a nigga that know me would question me at all. Like my stature is too solidified.
Yeah, I think they'll know your motives.
Yeah,
behind
nigga know how I'm coming. So I don't think that would have a problem. I feel like all the debate is the fans and the people and the people that's not really in the streets, but the niggas that's really in the mix. Your character really stand for who
that's
you
why I
is and
say
how
it don't
you
pay
move
to
out
be
here.
a street rapper in the game right now because it's no consistency. So you really gonna miss out on winning trying to align with laws that don't work in your favor. You get
Go
what I'm
back to
saying?
what I said earlier. You trying to prove a point.
Yeah, trying to be that man.
But I
Always trying to be
mean,
that man.
That's the thing though. What are you trying to do? You trying to prove, or you trying to make the music that?
You know,
Yeah,
niggas
you know,
love
what
going
you
to talk about
doing?
if I ever get signed, I ain't gonna never lose my essence. All right, like you get what I'm saying? Like you know what I'm saying? You start looking crazy because you the only one trying to hold on to this essence. And you start like, you know, how some people just not built to be a island. Well, they feel stupid if they the only person that's living by this code. And so unfortunately, you start falling into the trap of the game and not standing on your own codes because you look at it like, damn, it really don't pay to be a street nigga right now. You get what I'm saying? Like, and that's why I say the streets is dead because I feel as though the power of the pen is in the people who got ostracized in the streets. Meaning, like, who you consider square and everything like that. Once you start getting into legal money and everything like that, that's the people who hold the power of the pen.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? The law-abiding citizens. And so law-abiding citizens are going to be the majority all the time.
Man, I kind of feel like things have gotten flipped over because most of the time when you talk about art, you know, art imitates life.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So with hip hop in general, at some point, life started to imitate art. Where you had these niggas at some point where everybody was putting out this street shit. It's hard. Everybody gangster. Street shit is hard. Everybody gangster. Now, no matter where you are in the United States, motherfuckers claiming some kind of set. Somebody's thinking they hard. You know, they still trying to prove something. You know what I'm saying? So, and it reverberate to the point where now, as an artist, I got to be extra hard. I got to look extra hard just to sell.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Everything, you know, it's got to be that new sensation. So I can't be as hard as Tupac. I got to be harder than that nigga.
And
You know?
what was crazy though is people like Tupac and Rakim and everything like that. Before we get out of here, the street niggas used to be around them, but they allowed them to be the artist.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't need you banging this shit.
I need you making the money.
That's what Suge messed up the game for Tupac. Like the real gangsters, like Big Country and all them did not want Tupac alliance with any of that because they knew this ain't
the cash
your
cow.
run.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so I look at it like this with somebody who, like, you got unfortunately dudes without a moral compass when it comes to the street element. Like when Rakim was out, he had goddamn real dope boys on the back of his on the back of his CD. I mean, when shit, you got to think when 50 Cent came out with How to Rob
was on the back of.
Yeah, the real 50 Cent was on the back with Rakim. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. You got to think this man was basically the biggest goddamn stick up artist in New York, and so you got to also look at somebody like when 50 Cent, the rapper, came out. He was really beefing with street niggas. So this stuff had real repercussions on this music, and so unfortunately, that's why I think hip hop became more corporate when they were able to kind of like filter it out a little bit. Meaning like you remember Hot 97 had that shootout?
Yeah.
Outside of Hot 97?
Which one?
No, I'm talking about the one between
G-Unit
G-Unit
and
and because that was when they realized like, okay, this shit getting too real. You get what I'm saying? And I think that was kind of like the breakdown to where like the streets had the device group.
Because ain't nobody in that motherfucking office trying to get shot over this shit.
Exactly. It was
You know
like
what I'm
once it
saying?
started creeping into these Fifth Avenue offices and stuff like that, they was like, okay, it's getting too far.
Let me say this. It seemed like music filtered out all the fake street shit down to like now you got to actually be about it.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
That's what I'm
Like,
saying.
You like nobody, and if you're not, they'll quickly expose you. Whether it's a
They
nigga
gonna
like
test
10
you,
out
like,
Jake
testing
saying
your
you
gangster for
snitch,
real.
Yep.
Or somebody from the hood,
trying
they
to
gonna
expose
interview. You know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying?
Like-
So you really gotta be who you say you is at the end of the day. So it's like all that play a part, bro. If none of that mattered, like if it didn't matter if a nigga, but that's what make it more intriguing. That when it
Yeah.
comes back to the
Gotta have that
you want to
story.
hear something that invokes real emotion, like something that really, you know, that somebody that really go through, like you say, art intimidates life. Like so, it's like, all right, your art is telling me, like it's giving is intimidating your real life, bro. So when I hear a person like Pooh Shiesty say something, or you hear it hit different when you hear another artist that you know, like a Roddy Ricch, is like, you know what I'm saying? Like not no disrespect to him, but I'm just saying like
it don't hit the same. It don't
like
have the same
like when
feeling.
nigga talking about I parked the car, hop out, ooh, all right, I can envision that shit, like, you know, as to a nigga, you know.
I mean but that's why I kind of feel like rap is phasing out for the boardrooms because, like you said, I can't invoke this emotion that rap through AI, but I can in Latin music.
Yeah.
I can in Afro beats because honestly, it's just all about the sound.
Now, I think what's gonna happen is for a long time you didn't go to Walmart and hear some hip hop playing
Right.
gently in
Nah,
the background. You know,
It's in
But-
Walmart. It's in the gym.
yeah,
it's in-
yeah. Now it's everywhere. It's
Yeah.
palatable
I just
to
saw
like
somebody post talking about they in Lowe's and they playing Beyonce.
Yeah, that's
loud
what I'm
as
saying.
hell.
Hip hop is still the number one music in the world right now. I feel like they're just going with the numbers.
Yeah.
That's what's trending up with.
Yeah.
So they're gonna always go with the numbers. It's a money driven business. They're gonna always go with the numbers. You know what I'm saying? You got all this foolishness going on in hip hop. You got a lot of hip hop making money in other entities such as podcasting,
Mhm.
shows, different shit, merch. You know, so it's like it's not just the music nowadays. So it's like they're able to see, okay, we got the Latin going, we got the Afro beats, we have a whole nother continent that we have not really tapped in on as far as musically.
Yeah.
So it's like, okay, let's
go see what this money look like.
Yeah,
and,
you know.
and it's another thing about exploitation.
let's hassle too.
Like,
Because
don't-
you can get them for cheaper
yeah,
too.
Yeah, you
Hey,
get
guess
them
what?
way cheaper over there now.
The same thing you were talking about, they gonna imply that same tactic
Let me give you 50.
over there.
Cause $50,000 to a kid from goddamn West Africa that ain't never had nothing is like
Yeah.
$1 million
And,
to an
and
American
if
kid.
I'm gonna make the same 30 million off of it for a hit, you know what I'm saying? Why would
But
I be
guess
fuck
what?
with
Ball
But
this?
the
out.
only thing about that shit is a little different because you gonna have niggas like Akon over there. You gonna have niggas like Davido over there that's gonna be poaching the talent
Yep.
that they want first, and they're gonna be giving them the game.
They gon' and then they gonna give you
Instead of it being like how it was when hip hop first started, when older artists was giving young artists the game and shit, and looking out and actually taking them under the wing. You're gonna have people like Akon, you know, Wizkid, all them. They already doing it, bro. Like, so it's like now they just driving the U.S. dollars over there, and then I found out that shit sells here,
Yeah.
and that's it. Same as how when they found out Kevin Hart would sell internationally.
Yep.
And then they started doing all you see here. Same as when they found out The Rock would sell internationally.
They found
You
crack
start
rock.
saying, yeah.
I feel like
that's
Afro
it.
beats and Latin really Afro beats is the record game's crack rock. They didn't
Man.
found a way to make something very quick and fast that's gonna get the streets hooked.
Yeah.
So you think they're gonna AI that?
I feel like you had it. I mean, it has the capacity to be.
I don't
AI.
think they have to though.
But-
No,
I
they
think
don't have
it's
to. But
gonna
what
be-
I'm saying, if they wanted to, they could because.
You can AI anything based off the website.
But
you
what
just
I'm
told
saying
me.
is the rap. But I'm saying like with a rapper, like a rapper story of him going through his shit would sell, and you gonna fall for his story, and then the music is just gonna highlight
Yeah,
that.
because right now niggas buying in a personality.
What you
bro.
know about Wizkid?
Absolutely nothing.
What you know about Tim's?
She's sexy.
What you know about DeVito? What I'm saying is you don't know that. I know DeVito down there billionaire. And I only heard that because it was a Colin McHale interview.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is we don't care anything
you don't
about
care
it.
about them. They can be
but a
generic as
rapper,
fuck.
if he
Yeah.
say he from Jacksonville, you
Yeah.
trying to figure out has he snitched, who he know, who he tapped in with, do what's his
Nigga,
street ties like.
Shit's so serious. If a nigga like, say if I'm doing an interview, I'll say anything where I sound like I'm from New Orleans. Like and somebody else from New Orleans, like they're gonna go see where I'm from. And man, it's crazy because I do that shit. Like if I was watching something and y'all had some niggas on this bitch from New Orleans, like I'm like, who is this nigga? Like,
Why I ain't heard him before? Why I don't know his own?
Not even why I ain't heard him before. Who is he? Is he reputable? Is he somebody that's I feel comfortable with speaking on my culture?
As a rapper, you have to rep your city the right way.
Yeah,
in the eyes of your city. Like if you an R&B artist, they don't give a fuck.
They don't
what
give a
you
fuck
doing.
where you from.
Yeah.
But like, it's just like even when people, you from Arkansas, oh, you must be from Little Rock. Hell no, I ain't from Little Rock. Pine Bluff, I'm where I'm from.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like but you gotta fall under that. Like it's hard to be the mascot for a whole city. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, oh, he got us looking crazy. Or he got us, you ain't gotta deal with that when you making real like Afrobeat music or R&B music. You know what I'm saying? Genuine, where's Genuine from? Do you
I ain't
know?
gonna lie though. Yeah, he from Virginia.
No, you know he's from Virginia, but when he came out,
nobody knew who he was.
Nah, everybody knew that nigga from Virginia.
No, we knew.
I'm just saying.
But we knew
missing him. Everybody knew that.
But you gotta look at it like
some real talk. An R&B artist, you don't ask where he from first.
But wait. That's
you don't need
I don't know. I
credibility.
can't say that though.
Man, what month?
Okay. So
I know he from LA.
No, you know your shit,
okay.
but what I'm saying, most people can't
most people
tell.
don't know that. That's what he's saying.
If you see a rapper, I could get like a lot of times you can look at a rapper like, especially back in the day, like I could back in the day especially, I could tell where this nigga from.
But it's a different type of credibility because I mean R&B artists gotta look like he can fuck some hoes. You not listening to an R&B artist that don't look like he can get some pussy. Like you not doing it unless you listening to him and he talking about how his girl left him every song. You know what I'm saying?
Man, Bryson Tiller ain't look like he can fuck no hoes when he came out.
That ain't no judgment for me, brother.
I'm just what I'm saying is Bryson Tiller came out with that goddamn Nike hat.
You gotta have some type.
No dance music.
Hey, bro, ain't no girls listen to no sloppy ass R&B singer. You know what I'm saying? You ain't listen to nobody who don't project the image.
But the crazy thing about it is it go back to this too. Like how we know they writing the music? You gotta look at it. Like
they probably not though.
Well, I'm just saying
R&B.
The nigga writing the music look like the homie.
Yeah, he don't.
Damn, what's
shit? Neo wrote Beyonce shit.
It's the shit.
It's the dream.
It's one of the big ass songs that Jermaine Dupri wrote for Usher. But it when Jermaine Dupri wrote,
Confessions don't hit the same.
Yeah,
People didn't want to believe that was about Jermaine Dupri. Confessions was Jermaine Dupri's story.
I was with my girl.
But it don't hit the same with Jermaine Dupri.
Wait. Let me pause, y'all. I can't say it don't hit the same. I think at that time it was Usher and Chip.
No, but that's what I'm saying.
So
We thought it.
We just wanted that to be Usher.
Yeah, but you gotta look at
Like
it. What I'm saying is, if Usher sing that shit versus Jermaine Dupri rapping that shit, your perception is different.
But like you said, Chili was the storyline, so we like, oh, he cheated on Chili. Oh shit,
yeah,
he got a baby mama, and so you got a whole storyline to the song.
It seemed more palatable when Usher tell you that shit than Jermaine Dupri.
Like Brian Michael Cox, he couldn't be an R&B singer with the songs that he came out with. He just didn't have the aesthetic. You know what I'm saying? Like,
but he was a hell of a writer.
Nigga with Jonte Austin. I mean, he tried to come out with this shit, but it just never hit. You know, and so Neo broke through. Broke through the mold.
But Neo never really. It's a ceiling on Neo. Neo songs only go so high. You know what I'm saying?
Neo getting that Disney.
But when Neo write for Beyonce, this nigga can sell to the whole world. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Man, Neo getting that Princess and the Frog money. Fuck what y'all talking
Neo is
about.
not fucked up about no music videos. None of that.
It was a good ass episode, man. I'm glad we actually had the time to let it breathe to you.
Man, it's cool.
So,
appreciate that, Spot.
Man, I appreciate y'all pulling up, man. Again, you gotta tell them where they can find you. You guys, I'm gonna let you go first.
Hey, you outside, ain't you?
Nah, I'm chilling, man.
Taboo Friday. Palm Sam.
No, I'm on his social media.
Yeah, DJ Bruce on all social media, Instagram, Twitter.
That's crazy. I follow this nigga. That's crazy.
That's social
I ain't
media
never
area
met
right
this nigga
now.
in my life.
I'm the fly on the wall. I don't just sit back.
Man, and my boy Jay, tell them where they can find you, man.
Man, I'm Instagram, YouTube, anywhere you listening to streaming your music, Jay Cyrus, look me up.
Man, again, appreciate y'all pulling up, man. And shout out to my boy D-Boy, outside handling business.
Yeah.
And again, birthday wishes to my boy Flimarachi. You know what I'm saying?
Happy birthday.
So again, man, this your boy Antoine the Source.
Man, it's knowledge, man.
It's your boy Flim.
We out of here.
Like my my shit as the world keep on turning. I'ma just, yeah, as the world keeps on turning. Oh, my shit, I'ma just keep on fucking. It ain't really hitting like I need it to hit. Yeah, look, as the world keep on turning. Yeah, big blunts keep on burning. Yeah, I'ma just keep on earning. Yeah,
Way too much paper to be made. Ayy, I can't stop till I'm in my grave. Ayy, taking over like it's a crusade. Ayy, switching over, I had to upgrade. Ayy, falling on them like old Wayne. Way,
big wheels keep on turning. Yeah, big blunts keep on burning. Hold up, I'ma just keep on earning. Yeah,
way too many haters in the way. Ayy, that ain't stopping shit. We get paid. Ayy, on my cocky shit, no other way. Ayy, I keep hockey sticks in case they play. Ayy, taking my team to the chips like Dwayne. Wade.
Shorty know I'm cocky, but she love that shit. Spanish hoes love to call me Poppy, and I love that shit. Real player never call it quits. Gave her a sample of the dick, and she want all of it. Now she out of ordinance, tracking down all my coordinates. Damn, I ain't been really stunting on these bitches like I should. Solid like the gold around my neck, reppin' my hood. Why you always complaining about how much weed in my wood? Especially when that shit you bought the match ain't even good.
What's in that blunt? It must be Reggie. Ain't no hesitation. You want smoking, them boys ready. Ain't no hesitation. Paper chasing, I go catch it. Silly hoes, them treats for kids. And just like them, you get a lesson. You can't come up off of me, little baby. I can't be your blessing. Got a glimpse of this lifestyle, and she say that it's impressive. Gotta get it.